And these people, Jamaicans, some from the Windrush generation, or Windrush, children of the Windrush generation. And we're going to have to stop talking about this in the Windrush term, I think, because injustice is injustice regardless of who it is affecting. So here we have a situation where there's another charter flight that is scheduled to come in on Tuesday. That's this Tuesday. In Parliament, in the UK Parliament, persons have been told, members of Parliament have been told, that this chartered flight will consist of only dangerous criminals. We're finding out that that's a lie. There have been demonstrations in the UK, there have been petitions, and a lot is happening regarding this flight. Rachel Okello is representing 3 of the persons on that charter flight, and we're hearing lots and lots and lots of stories, or 3 of the persons in detention, because the flight is due for the 11th. So we're hearing lots and lots and lots of stories about that. So we're going to be speaking with her. She's an immigration attorney at law, and you know her very well. We'll tell you a little bit more about her later on. So in addition to South Africa Day, and for South Africa Day, I'm going to be joined in the studio by 2 very, very special guests. And I can't wait to have that conversation with my friend and sister, Jessica Mbangini. She's joining me this morning in the studio. And then you're going to be seeing South Africa in all its regalia, I'm quite sure, in all her regalia. And then later on, we're going to be hearing from, I'm also going to be joined in the studio by a South African journalist, and she is also a clinical psychologist, by the way. She's joining me in the studio. She's here for just a while, leaving South Africa, leaving Jamaica in a short while, back to South Africa. Yasim Engelbert. She is a psychologist, a coach, and creator of the 7 Steps to Mastering Creation. She'll be joining me in the studios this morning also, along with Jessica Mbangini. Jessica, as you know, is the custodian of the African heritage, and she does that very well. She's an ambassador of the Pan-African Federalist Movement and a South African praise poet. So we're going to be hearing poetry this morning once Jessica comes in. And then, still later on, and remember, we're weaving South Africa Day through all of this. So still later on, I'm going to be joined in the studio by the founder director of Asenia Com, because it's Poetry in Motion. And we're looking forward to that. I'll be performing again this year. And we're looking forward to that on the 23rd of part of Black History Month proceedings. Now, we have a lot to talk about regarding Black History Month. I wanted this morning to launch a petition. Now, if you can help me, please do so, because we're trying to launch a petition. I've been through all the processes as to how to do this, and that included going to the Office of the Prime Minister's website, filling out the petition, filling out all the required categories, and submitting. So I got a response that the petition was successfully submitted, but I'm a little bit concerned because I have not heard anything since, and I've been to and from the OPM website, but that's one thing. The other thing is I can't find any petition at all on the OPM website. So help me, please. What has happened? As I've also written to the Office of the Prime Minister to ask, is the petition portal taken down? Has it crashed? Is it malfunctioning? Can you tell us what's the matter with the petition portal? I don't know. So I've launched that petition and I'm waiting. Well, I've submitted it. I don't want to talk much about it until I can actually say, well, let us now go right to the Office of the Prime Minister website and let us begin to sign that petition. So and that's why I'm kind of holding back until I'm able to figure this out. All right, before we go any further, I'm going to go back to my good friend Teddy for Kosi Sikalele, Africa. Teddy.
Africa, maluphakanyiswa
Uh, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with much more inside of the Africa Forum.
Sunset Pharmacy, Whitehall Road, Negril, across from Negril Bus Park, gives special discounts on all prescription, children, elderly, and ophthalmics. Opening hours Mondays to Thursdays 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., Fridays 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Saturdays, and 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Sundays. We accept all major health, debit, and credit cards. Telephone number 957-4192.
Want to know what's happening in communities across Jamaica? Listen to Irie Diary, your community service program on the People's Station, Irie FM. Every Sunday at 12:05 p.m. and Thursdays at 3:05 p.m. we will highlight upcoming events in communities across Jamaica. Contact us by email at iriediary@irefm.net and stay tuned to the 107s as your event is highlighted. Irie Diary is brought to you courtesy of Jen Marie's Vitality Wellness Center, shop number 1, WV Plaza, Pineapple Torres. Call us at 531-0551 for sauna services and foot detox at Jen Marie's Vitality Wellness Center. We help you be at your best. And Tropical Battery, stronger for longer.
Take your Valentine's weekend to Jamaica's most cantankerous roots player, Garfield Reed's Money Move, starring bad boy Trevor Reed, Maxwell Bashti Grant, and me, Money Q. Friday, February 14, Valentine's Day at Amaral Events Church Center, Amaral Events Church Road, Pepper District, St. Elizabeth. Saturday, February 15, Clarendon College, Chapelton, and Sunday, February 16, Eltham High School. Money Move!
Valentine's Day is all about love. So give a gift from the heart. Stop by Fontana Pharmacy and choose from a wide variety of chocolates, teddy bears, fragrances, and gift sets. Visit the new mega store at Waterloo Square in Kingston, or stop by any of the other 5 Fontana locations island-wide. You can also shop online at fontanapharmacy.com. Fontana Pharmacy, it's all Valentine's inside.
Jamaica, it's time to shake things up even more in the new year, and you could win $15,000 until February 14 if you downloaded the new My Digicel app and used it in the past 7 days. You could get a call from us between the hours of 6 a.m. and 8 p.m. every weekday. Hello. But don't say hello. You must answer Shake to Win with Digicel, and $15,000 is yours. Our lucky Digicel customers will have a chance to win $15,000 every weekday until February 14. So when you answer your phone, answer with the phrase that pays.
Shake to Win with Digicel.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Mr. Rainforest, what's the catch of the day?
Catch a car with Rainforest Seafoods. We're giving away not 1, but 2 cars. Double your chances to win a 2020 Honda HR-V or Kia Sportage. From now until February 15, 2020, purchase a Rainforest Seafoods shrimp and any other Rainforest product at participating stores for your chance to win. First draw is December 11th. Catch a car with Rainforest Seafoods.
Check the press for details. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Reggae Radio, Irie FM.
All right, we're back with you live inside of the Africa Forum. Once again, just to remind you that you can watch us live, irafm.net/YouTube. Go to our YouTube channel. This is free. Watch us for free. You don't have to pay. So go to our YouTube channel and watch us live on irafm.net this morning. It's South Africa Day in the studio all day. In a little while, I'll be joined by Jessica Mbangini. I'll also be joined by a very special friend from South Africa, South African journalist and psychologist, Yasim Engelbright will be joining me in the studio. We're going to be doing quite a few things once they come in, and we'll tell you about that as we go along. In addition to that, though, as I said, there's a vexing issue that we want to get to. And because we are going to be taking a few clips from the Windrush UK website, and the Windrush UK on Facebook have been doing a really, really good job. So congratulations to you, the Facebook page Windrush UK. You've been doing a brilliant job in keeping us informed, and not just informed, but there's serious activism that's happening there. Now, they've posted the ongoing clips from the ongoing saga, literally. So we have clips from Parliament. We have clips from outside of Downing Street, number 10, with the protest march there. And we have a member of Parliament himself talking about the issue. So we want to go to those. But first, though, a bit from South African's mother of music. She is a mother of music. You know, there's so many mothers out of South Africa. The mother of South Africa is Winnie Madikizela. And of course, the mother of music is our very own. And this is a song that this is an artist that we love beyond anything. So we want to go to South Africa's mother of music. You know who that is. Teddy, as soon as you're ready. The mother of South African music. Just waiting to hear a bit from her because, of course, today is South Africa Day. So a bit of music, and when we come back, we'll have more on what's happening in the UK. We're very interested in how this is unfolding. Remember now that the chartered flight is scheduled to land in Jamaica on Tuesday. Not much on this end about it, but there is chaos, literally, in the UK, within the black community about what's about to happen. Let's go to the music. Miriam Makeba. Miriam Makeba. Miriam Makeba. Thank you so much, Teddy. We're going to be giving you a little bit about South Africa's history also as the morning progresses. In the meantime, though, Miriam Makeba herself. Mother of South African music. There you go, Miriam Makeba inside of the house, literally. Thank you, Teddy. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, Teddy. You know, South Africa, many languages are spoken in South Africa, and I think you know this by now. isiZulu, isiXhosa, isiNdebele, Swahili, Siswahili, Sepedi, Sesotho, Setswana, and quite a few more. We need to get our African tongue going. I think that's what is happening here, so that we can at least pronounce the words properly. The South African currency is the rand. The exchange rate I'm not so sure of right now. We'll find out in a little while. South Africa right now is a constitutional multi-party democracy with 3 spheres: local, provincial, and national government. So South Africa has an administrative capital and a legislative capital. The Pretoria is the administrative capital and the legislative capital is Cape Town. There's also a judicial capital, which is Bloemfontein. The Constitutional Court of South Africa is located in Johannesburg. A little bit more about South Africa because it is South Africa Day on the Africa Forum. Upside down. I'm reading those, but I'm reading them upside down. Thank you so much, Teddy. Come say hello. just show everyone how you showed me that note just now. Upside down. Are we seeing this okay? That's how you showed. That's how. Listen, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
Why are you not in the South African garb?
I'm not sure.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So it's full South Africa. So you're actually in the studio A, playing music. Now, what happens when this music runs out now?
Well,
just you're gonna have to take it from the top again. Right, you see how comfortable he was? So the music just ran out. That's exactly what I asked him. So what happens when the music runs out? When the music runs out, he runs out, right? Come on. So that's what's happening here inside of the studio in this South Africa. Somebody's there? Welcome back, sit down. So you're very lucky that Mr. Wisdom decided to double.
Yes, Mr. Wisdom is cracking things. Yes, so he's substituting. We're multitasking.
No, and I like it because we have DJ Kamar, who is DJ, engineer, etc., and his cameraman this morning. And you are, multitasking too. You presenter, you DJ, you...
DJ, selecting, MC, hosting.
And this morning you're technical operating.
Technical operating.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So what do you know about South Africa? What would you want to know about South Africa?
Well, I know that our roots is from South Africa. I've never been there. And I know that it's mostly African descent. And I would love to make a visit, to connect, to go back to the motherland. Yes.
No, next time we go, we take you in.
Please, I would love to go back to the motherland.
Sister P, you hear that?
Yes. So...
say to Sister P that you want to go back.
Sister P, I want to go back to the motherland, the motherland.
There you have it. Sister P, I mean, listen, DJ Teddy is on the trip next time because we're thinking of going, you want to go South Africa, you want to go Ghana. Which African country would you really want to go to first of all if you were to go to the continent?
Well, Nigeria. I like Nigeria. Nigeria, I would like to go there as well. And Ethiopia as well. Yeah, those two are my favorites so far.
All right, love that. And this morning is South Africa Day. And you're learning South Africa music, right?
Yes, I'm learning. I'm learning the artists and so forth. So it's good to be a part of the Africa Forum to learn all these things.
Because this morning we asked for the mother of South African music, and you gave me Hugh Masekela.
Right.
All right, thank you so much. It's just, well, you know how it goes. All right, so Winnie Mandela is we say the mother of South Africa, the mother of South African music, of course. It's a beautiful voice you're playing there now. Yeah. Who is it?
I cannot pronounce the word so properly. Miriam Makeba.
There you go. That wasn't so hard. Miriam Makeba on the turntable. Literally. Thank you so much, DJ Teddy. All right. We're expecting our very special guests to join us any moment now. And from South Africa, I'm looking forward to having this conversation with our very special guests in the studio because it really is South Africa Day. And I'm very happy that they could make it and at short notice. We heard Teddy just now mention Nigeria as a country. Thank you so much, Mr. Wisdom. As a country that he wants to go to. Which country would you want to go to, Mr. Wisdom? Please take a seat. Please take a seat. He has no intention of doing this now, but you know when you're working with the Africa Forum, it's a big, listen, we say team around here. So, which country would you want to go to if you were to go to a country in Africa?
I think I watch a lot of Nigerian movies. So, on what is like there, I heard about other part of Africa is just like Jamaica. It's interesting to learn those things too. I want some of the wildlife that I really see in real life.
So you want to go to Kenya and Tanzania?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wisdom. That's our engineer. You hear we talk about Mr. Wisdom all the while. He has no intention of coming on any camera, much less being on air. But that was Mr. Wisdom. And for you, Kamara, I know you can step away from the camera a bit and come tell me which African country you want to go to. If you were to go to, come sit down. He has no intention of coming here. Please, come have a seat. As I said before, it's a team. All right, so it's Black History Month now. We're trying to connect back with Africa. Which country would you want to go?
I want to go to Africa, just like get to know my culture. Yeah.
You know, since you're away from the camera, everything okay? You don't have to be there zooming and panning and that. Everything's cool over there?
Yeah, man, everything okay, because we don't set it already, and, so we have run like Teddy.
All right, so how many cameras we're working with this morning?
Working with 2 cameras this morning. So when we have a full house, we just put it on the full camera. So right now, it is 1, yeah.
The one, so you're working with, so if I look this way, if I look in that camera, I'm looking directly, that's camera 1, and then, and so camera 2 is here, but we're not working with that right now. All right, but in a little while we will be.
Yeah, we work with that one a little while from now.
All right, okay, go on, it's fine. Thank you so much, thank you so much. So once again, there you go. So it's irfm.net, and when they go to irfm.net, just go YouTube. Just go YouTube, and it's free. They don't have to pay for it, right? All right, just type in IRFM and it just pop up. And just go YouTube. And it will pop up anyway. And it's free. So we are doing this all morning until 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, the Big A comes in with the Sunday Sunshine. Once again, it's South Africa Day on IRFM. A little bit more music from South Africa. DJ Teddy is in Studio A. I am in Studio B, and we're going through until 10 o'clock. Miriam Makeba is still on, so let's go to that. And once, when you bring that up, Teddy, just come and let us do a little dance, right? Just come around and let us do a little jig. All right. So, yeah, just bring. You want to take it from the top again, Teddy? Because you need more time. All right, so take it from the top and let us see. Listen, neither me nor him can dance African music. We're just going to do a thing. So come, Teddy. Let's do. It's Africa Day, South Africa Day. Let us see how we do this. He's coming, Look at you. Remember, say you unite. You're gonna dance. Come, Teddy. Yeah, man. Oops. So how we do this now? So you want to spin me and thing? Oh, okay. So African dance. Come, Wisdom. Show us how to do it. Why are you muting my mic? Why are you muting? Oh, thank you, Teddy. Yeah. We love it. It's South Africa Day in the studio. So when the music run out, what we do now, Teddy?
We just dance, but we're not to studio. Hey.
Come on. Look a bit of jig right here, sir. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, man. Woo, I love that. Hold on, we just find a rhythm. Thank you, Teddy. We just find a beat. If you're not watching this, then you're totally out of it. We just find a beat. Thank you so much. Miriam Makeba, live. See there? Look here. Look there. You come. Oh, there you go. Teddy. Yeah, man. Woo. You see?
Dinky Mini are coming out. I think
it's true, you can have a coming out thing, don't it? So you see where coming out come from? You can.
Yeah, I can dance a little bit of Kumina and Dinky.
Show me the Dinky. A Dinky is from St. Mary, you know.
Yeah. St. Mary and St. Thomas.
Like you want my hand before the music run out. But let me see. Oh, so that's the Dinky. Okay, so show me the Kumina now. Yes, and you good for the Dinky.
Kumina is like something like this.
Okay. I wonder if we can work the Kumina for me. Yes. Thank you so much, Teddy. You know, this is the best. Thank you so much, DJ Teddy. He's doubling up, as you can see, and we're having fun. Mr. Wisdom, you don't want to try anything? Okay, that's fine. All right. So we'll take a little bit more of the music, Teddy, and we come right back. All right, with Miriam Makeba in the background and Shamara entering center stage, we just want to show you that some of us are all dressed in, sit down there, Shamara. May I have the other microphone? All dressed in our African garb as we celebrate Africa Day today, South Africa Day on IRE FM. This has been really quick planning, serious planning, hard work on the part of my broadcast assistant, Shamara Preston, to carry this out. Shamara, when I called you and said it's South Africa Day in the studio, what did you think? What was your first thought?
What's going to happen?
Yeah, but because I hear you a lot of mercy, how this will work now. but you made it work, and this is what I'm happy for, because we managed to pull it together.
In a couple of days.
Yeah, in a few days.
Yeah.
So we have coming in studio this morning.
We have Jessica Mbangini, and we have
Yasmin,
and we have Toto.
We're going straight to South Africa. You know, Toto, I hope you're watching live on irefm.net, Toto. We're going straight to South Africa to speak with him also. Now, he's been taking Rastafari to the front and has been doing activism and advocacy for a very long time. So we want to go straight into South Africa to talk to Toto. Now, in addition to that, Shamara, you've been working very hard, getting as much information as you can get regarding what's happening with the Windrush and with the charter flights.
Yeah.
So we've got some clips here.
Yes, we're going to play them now.
All right, so before we go to Rachel, because we're going to be speaking with Rachel via Skype.
No, we should be able to get her on the phone lines, but just in case, we always have a backup.
All right.
Yeah.
So as Rachel gets ready to come in, we're going to be hearing what's happening in the UK. We're taking a thank you, Sham. We're going to be hearing what's happening in the UK, because what we're hearing now is that these persons who are being deported are criminals, but we understand that is not true. That is not true. I want to go straight. First of all, this statement made by David Lammy on BBC's Newsnight on Thursday, February 6th. He said it's a travesty to deport people in this way, and that doing this is really spitting in the face of the Caribbean people. Let's go to David Lammy speaking on this issue.
If someone is not from this country, came here as an adult, has committed a serious crime that you describe, then yes, they should go back to their country. But where there is doubt as to their nationality and they say they're British, and that is the case for the Windrush nationals, and that is what we're talking about with a flight en route to Jamaica, where we know people have been sent back and have died in Jamaica, where we know 164 people were sent back who the government say should not have been sent back. It is a travesty to deport people in this way when actually they also came up with a compensation scheme. We find out today also that only 3% of Windrush, £64,000 has been paid out to those nationals. They are spitting in the face of West Indian and Caribbean people in this country, and you've got to call it what it is. It's shameful.
All right, so that was David Lammy speaking on the issue. And this, believe me, is a very, very serious issue. Now we have Peter. Peter is one of those persons who has been detained and is scheduled to be deported on Tuesday. That's 2 days' time. He said they're trying to deport him to a country that he left almost 20 years ago. Let's hear from Peter.
I've got six kids. They keep asking me, Daddy, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? And I just keep telling them Daddy's working away at the minute. I'm just lying to them at the minute because I'm in limbo. Don't want to tell them this and that happened. I don't want to tell them that and this happened. But my eldest is 10. So for me to tell her at the minute, like, she might never see me again, because that's, to go to Jamaica on a flight for all of us, we're talking over 6-7 grand. It might never happen. So for me to just disappear, that will have an effect on them. And so they're trying to deport me to a country where I left nearly 20 years ago. I've got my family here, my immediate family, my home that I call home. For me to go back, I'm going back into the unknown.
Wow. Peter went to the UK as a child, scheduled to be deported to Jamaica on Tuesday. All right. We're hearing also Hugh Masekela in the background there. But what we're talking about at the minute on this South Africa Day on IRI FM is the plan by the United Kingdom to deport scores of Jamaicans, yes, but persons who left Jamaica many, many, many moons ago. Some as young as 2, 3, 4, 5. This is according to the reporting from Windrush, UK. Do not know Jamaica, do not know even if they have families here or where those families are, but they are being deported. And so that it is important for the government of Jamaica to respond to this in some very serious ways, for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to deal with this immediately. Now, we're also going to be hearing from Anthea. Anthea talks about the appalling impact on herself and her 2 young children of enforced deportation of her husband and their father.
And maintain and hold that down. Having to present in work as a professional and maintain and hold that down. Then to go get your kids after school. All day you're trying to work out, what do I say to the children? You pick up the children. One was 16, just turned 16. The other one was about to turn 13. Boy and a girl. We had to drive them to Heathrow. And then I had to say to them, your dad's getting deported. So the whole time I'm trying to hold that from them. Right? I had to say to him, your dad's going to get deported. We need to pack his case. He's been in this country for 20 years, and we need to pack his case to work out what he needs to manage influence for the next however long, indefinitely. Went to Heathrow. They gave us 10 minutes. They gave me 10 minutes to allow my children to say goodbye to their dad. Okay? 10 minutes. His suitcase was overweight, so they said, no, you can't take all those things. So if you can imagine trying to work out what you can put in his case, your mind's going all over the place. The kids are very, very distressed because they don't know anything about this whole process. They don't understand it. They've already had to deal with the fact that their dad had gone inside, and we live with that and we manage that. And then they thought that's it, because you see, in this country, we hear about justice, and we understand that if you commit a crime, you go to prison and you rehabilitate. But actually, it doesn't go so. It doesn't always go so, depending on your skin colour. Now, I don't want to get technical.
Oh, wow. So, just an idea of how people are personally impacted, and just a trauma of families being torn apart in this inhumane way. Britain is really a brutish society for doing this, for thinking of doing this now. Protesters took to the streets, Downing Street, number 10, in front of number 10, on last Thursday. They chanted and they demanded that the UK government rethink. Let's hear a little bit of what those who took to the streets had to say. A little bit of a chanting, actually.
No charter flights! 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 No charter flights!
The sound there of protesters who took to the streets of the UK last Thursday, Downing Street, number 10. This demonstration was in front of number 10. The protesters outside of Downing Street, they chanted, no charter flights, no charter flights, no charter flights. And that went on for minutes. Let's hear a little bit more of them. While all of this is happening, a leaked Windrush report has indicated that the government was advised to review deportations days before the flight to Jamaica was due to depart, or is due to depart. The Home Office urged the government to put removal flight on hold until full Windrush review is published. The flight, as far as we know, is still not on hold, but let us go to that and hear what is being said in the UK regarding that leaked Windrush report and the advice of the Home Office to the government.
The Windrush scandal exposed the wrongful detention and deportation of Commonwealth citizens. It's been 2 years since the Windrush scandal exposed the wrongful detention and deportation of Commonwealth citizens. While we wait for the much-delayed publication of the Lessons Learned review, the government plans to deport 50 people to Jamaica by charter flight next week. Will the Prime Minister immediately suspend the flight until the Lessons Learned review is published and the recommendations implemented?
Mr. Speaker, I think the whole House will understand that the people of this country will think it right to send back foreign national offenders.
Point of order, John Butler.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Home Office press team told journalists that everybody on the deportation flight to Jamaica are serious criminals. Mr. Speaker, this seems not to be true. I've got a constituent of mine, as the Honourable Member for Nottingham East has said, they haven't even had the report. And I've got the wife of a constituent of mine who has said that he is due to be deported in just 6 days' time. He was convicted under the now unlawful joint enterprise rule. He was released after 2 months, and his wife feels that this stress is going to kill her husband because he has a heart problem. Mr. Speaker, how can I get the Home Secretary to take this seriously and be truthful about the people who are on the flight, the deportation flight, and if we can halt this flight until we establish the true facts of the situation?
Can I thank the Honourable Lady for giving me notice of her question and the point of order she's raised? What I would say is, as she knows, it's not a point of order for me personally. But of course, I think they all have their sympathy in which what she's said, and I'm sure the front bench opposite the government front bench has heard what's said.
Reggae Radio, IRE FM.
All right. So it's being trashed out in the Parliament. They have taken it to the streets. People are just plain angry at what the UK government is about to do. We're going to go to the phone lines where my friend and sister Rachel Okello is standing by. Rachel is no stranger to the Africa Forum. She is a UK-based solicitor who specializes in UK immigration and family law issues. She started practicing law in 1998, qualified as a solicitor of England and Wales in 2002. During her career, she has specialized in criminal law, family law, and immigration law. She now focuses on immigration and family law. She has a particular interest in cases involving the right to family life, especially assisting those wishing to stay in the UK with family members. Rachel is a mother of 4. She was born in Wales to Grenadian parents and is married to a Ugandan. We're very happy to have her with us. She studied law at the University of France as well as in the UK and worked as an English teacher in the Middle East. She considers herself to be a citizen of the world. Rachel, my sister, thank you so much for joining us once again on the Africa Forum.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here.
All right. We are streaming live this morning on irefm.net, and you can watch us live on YouTube. Just go irefm.net. It's free. You can watch us for the entire morning. Rachel, you're joining us on an interesting morning because we have declared here at IRFM today South Africa Day. So while we're looking back to where we came from, which is a continental Africa, we're still dealing with issues that are deeply entrenched in colonization, in slavery, enslavement, if you will. And at the same time, to take it a bit closer home, to a time of the Windrush experiment, if you wish to call it that. Now, lots have been said about what's happening here, but just to contextualize this, Rach, because just last year, I think it was this time last year, that we were talking about this very same issue.
Exactly, yeah, it was. The flight had gone by this time last year. It was the 6th of February.
Wow.
Yeah,
look at that.
Exactly.
So it's
same thing that happened.
So it's an annual situation. As I say, good morning to my friend Jessica Mbangini, who is coming in from Southern Africa. Say good morning to my friend Yasim, who is coming in from Southern Africa, and they're joining us in the studio. Vexing issue this, though, Rachel. Can you tell us, before we go into the details, what's the latest regarding the flight? Is it still on track to come into Jamaica on the 11th, as far as you know?
As far as I'm aware, the flight is still on track to come in. The government is not backing down, and they're not heeding to, as you've heard in your slot there, MPs' objections and protesters, so the flight is still on track.
Wow, so with all the protests, with all the anger in Parliament, it's still on track to come. Have we heard anything from the UK government, from Boris Johnson, from the Home Office, that suggests that there might be a waning in how they really, what might happen? Nothing at all?
No, there isn't. The last I heard was, in fact, the pieces that you were just playing there, which was the Prime Minister directly saying that the UK citizens would expect foreign national criminals to be deported. And he's probably not wrong, but what he's wrong in is the circumstances in which these people are being deported and the types of people who are being deported do not really give any credence to the government's argument that they're protecting UK citizens from foreign national offenders, because many of the offenders who are being put on this particular flight, as was the case with last year's flight, their offences have been committed many years ago, as you played one piece there from somebody whose offence, when I read the backstory to that, the gentleman, I think it's the one who's been here with his 6 children, his offence was committed 10 years ago when he was 17, he's now 27 and being deported now. So, and he's totally rehabilitated. So there's no credence really in the government saying that they're trying to protect British citizens. And I don't think British citizens are aware of the circumstances of such a flight in any event.
So there was this demonstration, of course, in front of number 10. So obviously more people would have become aware of this. But as you pointed out just now, British citizens are not necessarily aware of what's going on. What is the extent of this awareness among the wider population of what is about to happen? And do they really care?
Perhaps people, because there's a flight to Jamaica. A few weeks ago, there was a flight to Nigeria, one to Ghana. So with the, Britain is not, I wouldn't say Britain's a racist country, but there's definitely a lot of racism in the country. And I think the wider population don't care. Even African, Caribbean populations, they'll often say, well, they came here, they committed offences, let them go back home. But what we've really got to look at is the human rights issues. And the law actually is there to protect people's human rights. So it's not just a matter of saying that these people have committed criminal offences. And the UK High Commissioner to Jamaica did say that he is assured that all the people have committed criminal offences. Well, that's not enough. It has to be that the deportation is not in breach of somebody's human rights, even if they committed criminal offences. So I think if people understood how the law is supposed to operate, then these types of flights wouldn't happen. Because when we look at the role of passengers who are supposed to be on this flight, majority of them have children who they are very attached to in the UK, and as I say, have not committed criminal offences, or may have only committed one offence, but many, many years ago.
Oh wow! So maybe if you're speaking directly, I think you're representing 3 of those in detention right now who are scheduled to be on this charter flight.
2. There's 2 who are scheduled who are reporting and taken whilst reporting, and it's only a couple of weeks. They only give you a couple of weeks to do anything about it. So it's very difficult times. But one thing can I say, because I was listening to David Lammy, what he was saying earlier, and he's right in the essence of what he's saying, but it's very important because me and you have done quite a few programs around the Windrush situation and keeping an eye on that. And I think it's very important that we realise that people who are Windrush and who are seen to be Windrush and found to be Windrush will not be deported. So we don't want to have a situation where we undo the work that we're trying to do. Windrush citizens are not subject to these types of deportation.
And children of Windrush citizens are not subject to that either.
It would be a bit more tricky if, what I would say is if you think that you are of the Windrush generation, then you should seek advice. And if you are found to be, then the Home Office, under no circumstances, will be looking to deport such people.
Okay.
It ties into people being in the United Kingdom before the 1st of January 1973. So that's the starting point for not being deported, no matter what offence that you've committed. But what I would say, on the other hand, is because we already know that people have been deported who were Windrush, until we get this lessons learned report, we don't have any confidence that the Home Office have learned any lessons, because they haven't published the report yet. And so we don't know what it is they're supposed to be learning and have they learned this. So that's why I do agree with everybody saying that until we get this report published and analysed, all flights to Commonwealth countries should be stopped, because we had Ghana and we had Nigeria and now we've got Jamaica, and it's over a period of a few weeks. All these flights should be stopped.
What's the likelihood of that? What progress has been made in that regard?
Well, Tuesday's flight is set to go ahead, and that may well go ahead. And thereafter, there has to be some real push, I think cross-party pushing, from all the MPs who have concerns about this to really get a promise, if you like, an undertaking from the government that all these flights will stop until the lessons learned report has been looked at. But as you know, I mean, we're a weak community. The black community in the UK is a weak community. So, we don't really hold out much hope that's going to happen, to be fair.
What are you saying to your clients? Are they, what's the likelihood of them, being sent out on Tuesday? And how confident are you, optimistic that you'll be able to at least prevent their deportation?
Well, we're still waiting to hear from the Home Office, and because the Home Office gives such a short period of time, it is very much until the last minute. I mean, if somebody doesn't have any grounds, and I would just say so anyway, you don't have grounds, sorry, can't help you, which people have called, and I've had to say, I'm sorry, I'm not able to help. But the cases that we do help is because right up until the last minute, we do feel that somebody has grounds, and therefore we keep an eye on the case. So if we don't get a good response by tomorrow morning, for example, then we'll go to court.
Okay. All right. And so that would be a quick turnover by tomorrow morning, because you're looking at a Tuesday deportation. So you go to court.
So basically it'll be an emergency judge at an emergency court, even if it's overnight. I mean, the last time, we had somebody who was actually on the flight, had to get off the flight.
Right.
Because that was
at the very last minute, I recall that.
At the very last minute, at the very last minute. So it's a real scramble. It's a real horrible situation, especially for families. I mean, imagine the person that's being deported, but also, as you played the gentleman there, Peter, he was saying he can't even tell his children, because he may have been reporting for many years, and then your children don't know, then you're being grabbed, and you can't tell your children what's happening. And it's very, it affects children very badly.
It's inhumane. It's inhumane. I mean, I don't see how you treat people like this in a civilized society. There's something brutish about all of this. How did this, can you tell me, Rachel, how did these, we hear from the Prime Minister, the UK Prime Minister, that these, and others, that these are criminals, hardened criminals, foreign nationals who are criminals, who have broken the law. And then we hear, no, they're not all criminals. Can you tell me, I mean, who are these people? Jamaican citizens in England for how long? And why? Explain to me what's happening here.
Yeah, exactly. What's happening here is that an objective view, these people on this flight, I don't know all of them, but I highly, I do believe that they would all have had criminal convictions. Okay, so that's the starting point. And if you go to prison for more than 12 months in the UK, then you go through automatic deportation. Equally, if you are a repeat offender, but you haven't gone to prison for more than 12 months, then you can be deported by the Home Office if they think your presence in the UK is not subject to the good of society. So they will give you a notice and say that you should be deported. And if you don't succeed in challenging that notice, then you'll get a deportation order. At that point, you are liable to be deported at any time. So if you are reporting for many months, even many years, as some people are, because they'll say, well, you are to be deported, but we're not going to deport you now, but we'll let you have what we call immigration bail. And so whilst as a condition of this bail, you must report, say, weekly. Okay. And you'll be reporting weekly, and then nobody's telling you that in their office, some caseworker is typing up that when you next arrive, you should be detained. And then you should be given 2 weeks' notice to be deported.
Wow.
So that's how this has happened.
And then it doesn't matter. Well, obviously, we understand that there are agreements in place with African governments and Caribbean governments, such as the Jamaican government, for these deportations to happen. But from the perspective of the families who are being torn apart in the way that they are being torn apart, what do you know, if anything, of what is happening? Say, we talk about Nigeria before. I think you mentioned Ghana, and here now Jamaica, of how those countries are dealing with the issues on the ground. I think I can speak a little for Jamaica, because we seem handicapped, literally. It's as if it's going to happen and they can do nothing about it. But what's your own feeling on how the governments to which the persons are being deported to, how they're dealing with this?
Yes, so with Jamaica in particular, because that's where I have spoken to the High Commissioner, he feels very much so that because these are Jamaican nationals, if the due process is being followed, then they can't be refused entry into Jamaica because they are Jamaicans, and that's international law. equally, I have seen with the High Commission that where there are actual Windrush cases or there's some bar against somebody being deported, then they will step in. And I have seen where they have stepped in and refused to issue travel documents because there is a bar against this person being deported. So, as you say, the government of Jamaica and the High Commission, they are handicapped in a way because these are their nationals. And if the whole process is being followed in the UK, then they have to accept them. What we're saying is it goes beyond just sort of applying the law, because it's for the Home Office and the courts to balance whether they think that the human rights of this person is being violated. So if the court feels that the person's family life is not strong enough, then they will say that even though you've got children here, you can be deported. And that's where there's a big problem, because lots of people, you know, it's a matter for the judge. If the judge is having a bad day, then they could say, I don't think your family life is sufficient and you can be deported. And that's why you see people who have children here are still liable to be deported.
Wow, and this is happening primarily to black people in England. Do we see this happening with persons from Europe, from the Middle East, or is it primarily black people?
Well, everybody is subject to the same rules around deportation. Certainly, people are being deported all the time, but I haven't known of any chartered flights other than, I mean, there may be to India, Pakistan, but other than that, I've not seen any go to America, I've not seen any go to Australia. I did hear of one a few weeks ago. I haven't looked into that, but it was going to France. I don't quite understand what that was, unless it was a plane which was going on transit, if you like. So, for example, they could have been deporting people to the Congo if they were trying to get there from via France. I don't know.
I'm quite sure that is what that was.
The chartered flight to France. Didn't quite understand that one, but
Rachel, I'm quite sure that was a transit situation. All right.
It could have been a transit flight, yeah.
All right. So, and I really want to wish you all the best. You've been working really hard, and I want also to congratulate you and to commend you on working so hard on this. You've made this your life's work, really, and so passionate. Why is it so important to you? I know as an attorney, but as a person.
I feel, coming from, because obviously I'm Caribbean myself, so I feel I feel very strongly that Caribbean people have rights to be in the United Kingdom. I feel that we have been instrumental in building this country, and I think, and Commonwealth people as well, and that's where most of my cases come from.
Yes.
We've been instrumental in that, and we have to assert those rights, and we have to keep fighting for those rights, and that's why I'm so passionate. But I am equally as passionate no matter where anybody comes from, because on the wider scale, people who have human rights, you know, human rights is non-negotiable. We all have human rights. Right. So I'm just a passionate human rights lawyer, I suppose.
So those persons who are listening to you, whether it's in Europe, whether it's in the UK, Europe, and here in Jamaica and the Caribbean, and specifically as it relates to this chartered flight that's coming in, they've got relatives on it if they know them. What would you say to those persons? What do they need to do?
Well, they can still get solicitors who can take action. And if you're a solicitor, because I did know that some solicitors on the plane when there was a flight last year didn't quite know what to do. So if your solicitor seems like they don't know what to do or they're not doing anything, then you need to change and find another solicitor. But equally, if this deportation cannot be prevented, then I know people say, oh, we've got no family, no relatives or whatever. There's, you know, the Caribbean, we all understand the dynamics of the Caribbean. Most people do have family there of some sort. So they need to get things ready for their loved one to arrive so that they can make their arrival as comfortable as possible if they are actually deported.
Wow, this is really a vexing issue, and we'll keep in touch with you, Rachel, to see how it goes with your own client, and also to get more information from you regarding this flight. We were hoping against hope that the UK government would reconsider this, but there has to be a wider conversation about deportations, and somehow it has to start. You said earlier the black community in Britain is a weak community, and that's a telling statement, my sister.
I'll have to say it as it is.
Thank you so much for that, keeping it honest as usual and speaking truth. Thank you so much, Rachel Okello. Thank you so much, my sister, once again for taking the time out and bringing us up to
Thank
date
you very much.
with
Have a
another
great
issue.
day.
You too, you too. All right, so that was Rachel Okello. She is in the UK and an immigration attorney. But you know her by now. But this, as I said before, a really, really vexing issue. We know that a chartered flight with UK Jamaican citizens is scheduled to arrive on the island on Tuesday, the 11th. The flight will see over 50 men and women being returned to Jamaica. Many say they have no relatives on the, or family on the island and have never been to Jamaica. And, you know, there is backlash in the UK, but not that it's making a dent. Hardly anything is happening in that regard. We take a quick break. We'll be right back with much more.
With JN Money, you're not just receiving money, you're getting good vibes, plus easier, safer ways to receive. The time by JN Money is
now 29 after 7 o'clock here inside of the Africa Forum. It is Running African.
Wealth is a state of mind that propels you forward with a momentum from within. You set targets and push yourself to reach them. You don't want to get there someday, you want to get there sooner. With Sigma Global Funds, you have the boost you need to power your investment. With exceptional returns that match your drive and consistently keep up with your pace to get to the top. Think wealth. Think Sigma Global Funds, only from Sagicor Investments.
Hello, my baby.
Hello, my sugar.
How are you?
I'm magical. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Do you miss me?
Do you miss me?
We could talk like this all day.
Can't take on, honestly. Let me take time out to say hello to my ladies, my beautiful babies.
It's truth that is shattering.
Because I had a relationship in the past, and me tell the girl take over. And that girl passed my hand and see woman my hand, and she come and broke out in the glass window. See a stone she have in there.
It's fun and laughter.
Sexual ragamuffin, this a easy no man. This a Mr. Fraser upon the microphone stand.
It's your no judgment zone. You can safely call home.
Men love the trouble and can't take it back. So when it come back to them, then just do it in a abuse.
And her. Brought to you by Trangbach Tonic Wine. Strengthen your back to make the attack. Every Tuesday, 9 to 10 p.m.
On IRIE
The CV Joint Depot has new CV joints for all vehicles. 103.5 Hagley Park Road, Kingston. Call us today at 923-0697. The CV Joint Depot, our name says it all.
D&G Malta now has 2 new flavors for you to savor. The delicious, rich taste of coffee and the smooth, distinct flavor of vanilla. D&G Malta coffee and vanilla tastes so good.
All the dance, all people. Now hear this. Hey, this and every Sunday, join me, DJ Smurf, for the Sunday Best. Let them know. From 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. on your nation's #1, IRIE FM. Right. Giving you the best of the 70s, 80s, and the 90s. The musical vibes kicks off with the retro vibes from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. The band music. Covering the best of rocksteady, rockers, reggae, and dancehall. Then from midnight to 2 a.m., the high energy goes up a notch with the latest in reggae and dancehall. That's the Sunday Best from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. every Sunday with me, DJ Smurf, on
Reggae Radio, IRIE FM.
This one is for the ladies. IRIE FM, the People's Station, will be sending one lucky lady and her chosen companion to a weekend of fun and excitement in Miami in May. It's all about the ladies as the best of the best concert in commemoration of the 100 years of women liberation in the United States. Will give a lucky IRIE FM listener 2 airline tickets, hotel accommodations, and VIP tickets to party with Idonia Saturday, May 23. Plus attend Best of the Best 2020 at Bayfront Park, Miami on Sunday, May 24. And an all-white party on Memorial Day, May 25. All you have to do is answer this simple question. Name 3 Jamaican female artists booked for Best of the Best 2020. Put your answer in an envelope and mail to Irie FM PO Box 282 Ocherias or 1B Courtney Walsh Drive, Kingston. You can also drop off your entry at any Irie FM office at Coconut Grove, Ocherias, 1B Courtney Walsh Drive, Kingston, or Shop 10 Apartment B12 Fairview Shopping Center, Montego Bay. Enter as many times as you wish. Deadline for entries is April 21, with drawing set for April 24. US visa required to capitalize on winning. This is another Irie FM Rockers Island Entertainment collaboration.
Inspired by the historic qualification of the Senior Reggae Girls to the FIFA World Cup in France last year, Jamaica's under 20 Reggae Girls are fired up and ready to do likewise and create history by reaching their first FIFA Under 20 World Cup final. This when they compete at the CONCACAF Women's Under 20 Championships to be staged in the Dominican Republic starting February 22. The Sporting Choice RFM will once again travel with the Reggae Girls to bring you live reports, interviews, reviews, and all the action in the Dominican Republic. Coverage of the CONCACAF Women's Under 20 Championship is brought to you by Winters Petroleum, Orocabessa St. Mary, the 24-hour service station, Devon House Ice Cream, Minimart and Liquor Consignment. Winters Petroleum, we're more than just fuel. Old MacDonald Farms, the king of sausage, located in Sandy Bay, Clarendon. Call 909-4457, Jeweler Junction. Shop 3 and 4, Beecham Plaza, Ocherias, the king of bridal sets and the best low-cost dealer for jewelry, perfumes, cell phones and appliances. Tiles R Us Limited. Visit the new location at Ballas Valley, St. Elizabeth. Call us at 978-1896 or 429-2400. Reed's Windows, Doors and Awnings, 75 Main Street, Ocherias. Now doing blinds and reconditioned awnings. Call 616-1986. Lismel Pharmacy, with you in mind every time. 43 Main Street, St. Anne's Bay. Call 972-2504.
Everybody feel irate when they listen to irate. Everybody love irate.
All right, we're back with you inside of the Africa Forum. It is Running African, and you can see by now that this is really South Africa Day. In Irie FM, we have declared it so, we have made it so, we have named it so, and it has become so. South Africa Day on Irie FM. I want to welcome my sister, Jessica Mbangini, to the studios of Irie FM once more. My sister, how you doing?
Ndibhodla nje madoda ndihluthibele magubevu. Ndibhodla ndikhule ngokundivumayo. Ndibhodla ndibhavumla kudideka ingwevu nengwevukazi zibindwe luxaka kutaka isixhaxha. So that means ndingumqabaqaba igqabi levinika. I am well and I'm in under the light and
I
love.
want to say that. I want to learn to say that.
Umqabaqaba igqabi levinika.
I'm sick. I'm bad. I've lost my tongue. My situation is not good. Say that again for me.
Ndingumqabaqaba igqabi levinika. That means I am as well as the leaf of the vinegar.
We should learn to say that today. I'm upset with myself. Let's take it from the top.
Ndingumqabaqaba. Kaba.
But Kaba, my name is there somewhere. Kaba. Well, Kabu.
Yes,
well,
yeah.
So Dingun
Kaba.
Kaba.
Ikabi. Ikabi. Yes.
You're from South Africa. Stop it.
Ikabi levinika. Umqabaqaba ikabi. Ndingumqabaqaba.
It's South Africa Day and we're going to kaba before it is all over.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're just going to roll, baby. No.
We're going to get it. We're going to get it.
Thank you ever so much, Kabu, for having
I'm very happy to see you again.
Oh, Africa Forum, IRI FM, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm over.
I
excited. I feel at home each time I'm here. This is my home, far away from home. You know what? When I die, you must guys bury me next to the Queen Nani of the Marons.
I know. That's what you've
Please.
been saying. So we have to take you to Moortown, but you know you never die, really.
Yeah, when I transcend.
When you transcend,
yes,
yeah,
just
okay.
My body has to be here.
Yes, so
my bones
so
have
next
to be here.
in Moortown.
Yeah, and I've been there.
Yes, I know.
So I need to be here.
It's South Africa Day in the studios of IRFM. We have declared it so. My sister, who is here pretending she's not from South Africa, trying to say it, you know.
She's fluent.
What happened to your tongue, Yasmin?
You know, this tongue is diverse, man. South Africa is diverse. We're still working on this tongue. And just by the way, when I transition, can I just be scattered in the Blue Mountains? There's something.
No, this
up
is getting
there.
out of hand, you know.
There's something up there.
I
There's
know.
a strength up there.
There
that
is too.
palpable. You can feel that thing. It's almost a bit scary, actually.
Yeah.
It's that powerful.
You felt it.
I
It
did.
is.
Deep.
That's true.
Deep.
About the Blue Mountains.
Yeah.
So she felt it. You need to go to the Blue Mountains.
Yes, sister.
Yes.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah.
Definitely, I will get there.
So, all right. So let me just tell all our viewers who you both are. Jessica, you are a praise poet. You're an ambassador. You're a Pan-Africanist. You're a sister. You're a friend. This is like your 15th time to Jamaica in 2 months. Right? You go and you come from between South Africa and Jamaica. Like, if when you return to South Africa, you come right back.
Yes, I'll be coming right back. Even right now, I'm going next week, and then on the 19th, I'll be coming back.
I know you don't stay in South Africa. Since the first time you came here, I don't think you've spent 2 days in South Africa.
Absolutely, because the spirit of the great Steve Bantu Biko, Solomon Mahlangu, directed me to this island. The great Robert Sebukwe, our great ancestors, the Julius Nyereres. This is the well of truth. This is the hive of prestigious wisdom. You are the voice of truth. And I have drawn inspiration from what you are doing and what you stand for. I felt that the purpose of my life is in this university that you, Kabu, as the woman of truth, the woman of our great ancestors who is entrusted by our ancestors to convey these messages. Through it all, we always read about our great heroes and heroines with aging, they present them at a certain age so that whilst we can run and do all these things, we get discouraged that we should be looking for other things before it's time. We are born with a purpose, and we are the symbol of that purpose that needs, it's a state of emergency that needs to be taken on right now, whilst we still have the power.
And it's a good point you make about once we still have the power, because it is our time. Whatever is happening on our watch.
Yes.
You say it's a state of emergency. This is ours to do. We are the ones we've been waiting for.
Oh, yes.
And that is why today is South Africa Day. And my sister Yasmin, who has been in the island for quite some time, possibly 6 weeks, maybe more.
No, almost 3 months.
Almost 3 months.
Yes,
Wow.
looking for a new base, this concept of home, we say it's a bit 80s now. So where do you want to base yourself? Meaning, we're part of it all. So where do you just want to base yourself and move around from? So I'm looking for mountains, ocean, and some good reggae. So I think it might be Jamaica. But
So you're a psychologist.
I'm a psychologist.
And I said journalist, but you actually you host a program
Yes.
on where? It's a podcast?
So I have a radio feature on Radio 702. It's one of our leading stations in Johannesburg, very progressive station. I'm a psychologist, a coach, a writer. I'm a yoga and meditation teacher. But then I think I'm something, you know, what I'm, this I am. We need to start dropping the I's, but it's so hard, right? Because the sister was just talking about the, you know, being able to be what you are, for instance, you and the work you do. And we need to get out of the way to do the work because it's not you, right? And it's not me. So how do we just get out of the way? Like I heard like just, I heard a lovely piece of wisdom, I think yesterday. It was simple, like, you know, just the only work that's required is to not interfere. Just get out of the way, let it come through. And I can see the sisters around the table are getting out the way. Nice to see, to see.
Yes, thank you for that. And you're also well known for the 7
steps to mastering creation.
7 steps to mastering creation.
Yes.
And so when people hear you talking like this is who you are.
This is the work. The work is to say we talk about we need to free our minds. Many of our leaders have spoken about freeing the mind. How do you do that?
Good question.
I mean, like, you know, we talk about it as though it's so easy. So I have a system of freeing the mind, and essentially a system that allows us to become what we are. We are infinite potential. If we used just another 1.5% of our mental capacity, we'd be flying around if we wanted to.
As we did before.
As we did before, and we'd be living for eons and eons, as we did before.
As we did before,
So the system is to teach people how to become what they are. But the access point in my system, if I may, the access point in my system is desire. It's the one thing about human beings. We never stop desiring. We want something for 5 years, we get there, and we go, oh yeah, great, done, been there, next. It's the one thing that's common. And so my system, the access point is desire, and saying that once you have learned in the external world how to get what you want, and once you have learned a system that you know, wow, I can always get what I want, then the toys become not so exciting in the external world. The material stuff becomes less exciting. Then the real work can start. So that's my work.
Wow. So here we are continuing the real work right here. If for those who are watching on irfm.net and you're seeing all the paraphernalias that we've got here, brought in by our dear sister Jessica Mbangini. I feel like putting on that hat. I have one just like it though. Yeah, I got a hat like that. But
you are a prophet because this hat is yours.
Oh.
Boy.
And it shall be.
Yes. Did you say?
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Speak and it shall be. Look at that.
All right.
Oh, that is
so,
amazing.
So this is a back, right?
Yes, that's the back.
So I'm putting on my hat.
Yeah.
So do I need to take?
Maybe you need to take that.
What is
one
this
up.
called?
What is it called? What is it called?
All right.
Jet lagged.
Umkhele.
It's umkhele. 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 Yes. In English, it's a crown.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. And this is also a crown.
Yes, there's a crown.
So I'm going to put this on
this
in a
one is
little while.
used by what you call young adults.
Ah.
Yes. Those ones are maidens.
So I should take it off?
Yes.
Oh, ouch. Yes,
young
She
adults.
said yes. Oh, behave.
Yes, please, Kabu.
So,
this gift is
thank
yours.
you so much. Wow. Thank you so much. How do I say thank you? What language are we talking? Zulu?
In Xhosa.
Xhosa.
Yes.
All right.
Enkosi.
Enkosi sikelele.
Yes, Enkosi
Africa. I have to get it on it. So all right. So this is called
this is isicholo in Zulu.
Itolo.
Isicholo.
Itolo.
Isi.
Oh, isitolo. So
isitolo.
Right, it's South Africa that we're learning stuff.
Yes.
So isi, I notice, is even in front of some of the language, like isi.
Istulo.
Right. So isi tolo. So isi is what?
Isi is it's a supporting what you call it supports the verb.
Yeah.
Oh, so does it denote feminine or masculine, or if you say isi or no?
Easy. It does with the plural and singular.
Okay.
Because if it's two is cholo is easy cholo.
Right.
Isi cholo.
Right. So if
it's a supporting noun, supporting it's a supporting noun. It's supporting the verb as well.
Okay. We're going to learn today, we are going to learn something before we leave it. So I'm going to try my is it tall?
Yes.
In a little while.
Yes, you
I got it?
Yes, you got it. You got it. That way you speak what you call these African languages.
I'm going to free the tongue. I think that's what my desire is, to free the tongue. Because I think that it is within the tongue, in terms of understanding our language, that freedom lies. Because if we can't speak freedom, if we don't understand freedom, how do you understand it without being able to speak it? And you understand it, then can you articulate it? I mean, so I have all of these.
And I've spoken to the Mazisi Kunene Museum about you, Mrs. Mazisi, who is the wife to the Professor Mazisi Kunene.
You just floored me with that.
They are expecting you, and you will be learning a lot from the museum, and also the language. Mazisi
she's giving me all kinds of goose pimples. But you know why thank you so much. Because the first time we met, we talked poetry, and we were sitting in a car for a long time while Yasa Safari was dealing with other business, poetry festival.
Yes.
And we talked about my poetry, and we talked about Mazisi Kunene.
Yes, and your writings that are more like Mazisi Kunene.
Yeah, and she told me that, and I had to show her in the book that the book is dedicated to him. Yeah, so it to me that's quite something. And you're great.
And I slept at Mazisi Kunene's place after I visited Jamaica. I was invited there. I got a call from Mrs. Mazisi to celebrate Mr. Mazisi's book, which is Unotumetles Kamenzi, Shaka the Great.
Yeah.
Yes. So
getting all kinds of goose pimples.
So the night I arrived there was a hurricane in South Africa. It was coming to Durban, was coming from Coxted.
Yes.
And for the first time I was going to experience that. And Durban with the ocean, and the houses next to the ocean in an upmarket suburbs, my darling. And that night, I slept. I thought I was going to have sleepless nights. I just fell asleep at Mazisi's home. Mazisi came when I was half asleep. And he said to me, hello. He greeted me like, hello. And in the morning when I told Mrs. Mazisi, I got to him, who is this guy? I didn't go deep knowing him. I thought maybe he's one of the South African professors. I didn't know that he actually lived in the States for longer.
Yes.
So, and when she, she was talking to me, and she said, her husband said, hello, this and that. She was just narrating another story. I was like, Mama, it was your husband that came last night. It's Professor Mazisi who welcomed me in this house.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, it's a place
I'm getting
that
goose pimples all over.
You need to go to.
I know I need to, right? Because, you recognize that I was channeling him through my poems. And when I opened the book, and I don't know if Yansa has a copy of I don't have a copy of my own book, but it was published by Sanyakam, that I showed you that it's dedicated to him. I've dedicated this book to him. And then before you, there was another writer who had said to me that you're writing in the style of Mazisi Kunene. Do you know who this person is? And at the time, I didn't know. And so I went in search of him because I was told that I was kind of channeling, his way of writing. And I read Shaka, the great, and I read him, and I said, you know what, I'm going to have to dedicate this book to him. And I did that. And I'm very happy that you've brought him to the space, because if it's South Africa Day, then from a personal level, I need to bring him to the fore also. So thank you for that. I'm going to go to South Africa just for that.
Please do.
Just for Mazisi Kunene. You know that I want to do that,
He's
actually.
got more than 10,000 manuscripts.
Yeah. I know, yeah.
Can I ask a question? What was that like to realize you were channeling somebody else's?
Well, I still haven't realized. And I'm honest about that, because I don't see that, right? I'm just going there because I have been told. And he connects, I connect with him on another level. But I don't feel, he's a poet. He's a brilliant poet. Right, so let's just leave it at that.
But
he's brilliant.
We are the human spirit. And when we have remembered ourselves, we get into the spaces that we have been before.
And that we are going to, because time is an illusion.
This is a good time to introduce Yasa Safara, who is in the house, who is a poet, to the space. He's going to be joining us around this round glass table on South Africa Day. Yasas, join us, please. We're inside of the Africa Forum. It is Running African, as Yasas walks on set. I really love where we're going with this, because it's South Africa Day, but we're taking it like really between the spaces, as you said just now, that we need to go. And that really resonated with me on a very, very serious level. As we get Yasa Safara's microphone up and running. Do you notice that we're engineers, camera people, and host all at once?
Oh, yes.
Everybody's disappeared. We're just doing our thing.
When power meets power, that's what happens, baby. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm telling you. All right, so until we get Yasa's microphone up and running. All right, yeah. So, Yasas, you're welcome once again. Poetry in Motion is coming up. We're talking poetry here. Isn't that interesting that we brought poetry, well, that Jessica brought poetry into the mix at this point? When we are planning to talk about that later on anyway. And she talks about going into the spaces that we need to be. I'm sure that resonates with you on a certain level, just that whole thinking.
Well, yes, because, let's not forget that.
All right, so your microphone is very low. I think that's a problem.
We need to chat a little harder. Yeah, let's not forget that we are energy, really. So we are capsules of energy, and by definition, we cannot be created and cannot be destroyed. So we keep transforming and evolving. And so we really wrap up energy in flesh, really, and culture and nationality and ethnicity and the reality of creation. And so certainly we think that the neurolinguistic memory codes were embedded in poetic forms. And so essentially we are accessing those spaces and those forms. And so it's really a retention, regurgitating. This is referred to, well, we being timeless, really. And so that which was is that which is, and that which is to be. Because yesterday, today was tomorrow, tomorrow today becomes yesterday. So it's cyclic, not linear. So essentially, we know here to reassess and access the poetic memory codes as healing and redemption, as you would have always been saying, to reunite the Africa family for development, for redemption, for our immortality, for our infinity. And so that's what we are about. And so when we do poetry in whatever form, and certainly these events are like public spaces where we do just that. We are like human satellites. And we're connecting that which is to be, and as the historians say, occupying the spaces. That
Yasmin, you're literally dancing in your seat, Yasmin. So I think you need to come in here. Yeah, she's literally dancing in her seat. So
and can I just say, my sister, well, say it for me then.
No, brother, go ahead.
I have a beloved sister who is Jasmine, and she's Jasmine, spelled a little bit different, but essentially the same essence.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I was actually just adjusting in my seat. I was just really enjoying listening to the brother. But
well, I'm standing for a minute. Go right ahead while I get my
chair
chair all set.
I'm also just going to move a little bit. I just think that in terms of timelessness, if we really understand what we are, present, past, and future, existing right now, then we start to slowly understand what we really, really are. Einstein, great thinker, can't deny it, said, time is nothing but a stubbornly persistent illusion. But how hard? This is in the system I teach creator language, how to learn how to talk like what you are. We talk like personalities and human beings. We more than that. So it's a language of how to remove time. Like I'm watching now, trying to remove time as we talk, as I write. It is unbelievably difficult, right? It's embedded in the system. And yet when you are able to, because Terence McKenna, another great mind, said, we cannot evolve past our language. So, I just want to say...
And that is making a lot of sense. As you talk about the language, that's making a lot of sense to us. And this is why I think it's very important for us as African people to reclaim our tongue. It is important to be able... language is prescriptive, and outside of it, the cultural antecedents, we still need to ensure that whether it is just one or half, at some point, we know a few words. The reason for that is that it helps us to understand a little bit more of who we are. You know, when you say, this is, I'm wearing this, you know, but this is for a maiden, you know, I don't even know the name of it, and if I know the word, I would know that this is for a maiden, maybe I'd wear it over my neck, you know, and this is for a young lady, and so on. We don't have, the language is prescriptive. Or it's different from the English language, which you put anything by your head. You wear anything. It really doesn't matter, you know.
And essentially, I mean, it's important talking about language in that way, because you think in the language that you speak, and the language that you speak shape and dictate your thinking. And so, you know, language is essentially the currency of the mind. You transact your energy and your essence by virtue of the language. And once you're a part of a unique language of necessity, you must evolve a unique language to articulate, to articulate and breathe life.
Yeah, necessity.
From and of
I've
that
never heard that one before.
Can I throw a spanner in the works?
Yes.
And I'm scared to do this sitting with
No,
poets.
you go right ahead.
But I shall, because I'm a
because
revolutionary
here we speak
too.
truth.
Yeah, truth above all else, and above humility, which is something I think we also need to think about. Truth above humility. But I was just saying, in terms of language, when you start to attempt to express the truth, real stuff, the unseen, you bump up against the limits of language. You know, you feel it. When you try to explain what authenticity is, you know, the word authenticity, courage, when you really try to explain these things, you realize, whoa, I'm bumping up against the limits.
But don't you think, and I see where you're going with it, but don't you think that to some extent, there is the metaphors are used more in African languages than any other, and so that in African languages we describe what we feel as opposed to say a one word or two words,
as opposed to saying what we think.
What we think,
and this is the big difference. The difference between thinking and feeling. Because remember, when you're thinking, we all bluff ourselves. And the smarter you are,
so now
forgive me.
We're going to start paying you by the minute.
Forgive me. But the smarter you are, the more you bluff yourself. This is just the reality. The smarter you are, the better you can deceive yourself. And so... what was I trying to say? I just lost my
so
thought.
we're talking about language
it's really not good to be smart.
To speak.
Right.
As opposed to think, to feel as opposed to say.
So you can think, but because you can lie to yourself, that's not always the truth. And yet what offers the truth is feeling. And this is why, as you're saying, analogy, metaphors offer feelings. I would even take it one step further, and then I'll be quiet from the psychology corner. I would even take it one step further, and this is what I was saying about throwing a spanner in the works. There's a point where the mind has to drop. So as a psychologist, when I say to people, I work with people to drop the mind, my colleagues go, what do you mean? How are we going to make our money if we're going to drop the mind? Because we need to engage with the mind. But actually, that is the work, dropping the mind, and you get to a point where in meditation, etc., where silence is the language of God. Silence is the language of the universe. So this is what I meant by spanner.
And I think crucial, I don't think you're throwing the spanner in the works, really. You just forward the work, because essentially, if you look at the relationship between, for example, intuition, telepathy, and even telephony, and if you look at the concept of inertia, and if you look at the concepts of energy, both kinetic and potential, certainly we really are using vehicles and the languages of the vehicles until we reach that point of kinetic inertia, which is what you alluded to in terms of the silence. And so that is really bringing you forward to nothing from whence we came. The melanin temple, the authentic original womb, which is called not 10 or nothing, if you may, which is the unqualified state of everything. Everything is simply a qualification of nothing. Because if you are nothing and you are not everything, you will still not be everything.
Yes.
So nothing is really everything, is unqualified state. And so when we move to that point of silence, which you just spoke about, is what I would describe from maybe quantum physics or from a scientific perspective as being kinetic inertia. For example, you see a propeller on a helicopter. It is spinning at such a rate that it stands still, at least to the naked eye. So that gives an idea of what the concept of kinetic inertia. And just finally, in terms of languages and words, the ultimate thing to communicate, and when I deal with groups, like in workshop spaces, 19 different linguistic groups and the language, English maybe is fourth down the line, and I have a heavy accent, Jamaican accent. We communicate with concepts which are universal, really.
And we've come so far away from ourselves. So much we have lost in the crossing, the transatlantic crossing. So much we have lost in colonization, in apartheid, in oppression, that we've lost so much of ourselves. That to begin to make it back to ourselves or forward to ourselves, the process, I think, must include reclaiming bits and pieces of who we were and who we are, including how to wrap our head. And you have a thing to wrap our heads today.
Oh, yes, yes.
Can I take... quickly, go ahead. Go ahead.
On that point of dropping the mind, there is, I think there are words, there's a certain language that also has to come in place that I have discovered. Like namaste, tamaku, togoza. Then you zone into the space.
I understand that, and those words should lead us back to ourselves too, because namaste in particular. I'm thinking that because I hear you talk South African, Nogoza. I mean, what language is that?
Tamaku is Xhosa,
Right.
Togoza is Zulu,
and understanding
Ndawe is Tsonga.
Because when you came in earlier and I asked you how you were and you began talking to me, I understood you at a cellular level. You know, I didn't know what you were saying in terms of just my brain trying to figure that out. But at a cellular level, I got you, and I got goosebumps all over. Say it again. Speak again. in Xhosa. Yeah.
Okay, the same thing that I said in the beginning. Okay. Uqosha waqoshalaza waziqinga likamva eliqaqambileyo. Amanqanaba wagqithile iminqantsa wayiqabele ngaxaleshe ngasemva kwaphela. Kabu imbokodo. Egrayikra icole kusile kudidiyelwe kuhluze kusele kuhluthwe. Ixhentsi izombelele indlu kaAfrika ixhentsi nongelemba. Ndithetha ngoKabu. Oh, inkosazana emhlophe kwamayembe engane zesikolo udiza amahlebela amadikazi amahlubi usifuba sibanziso ikwangamadoda embadu. The global moss, the dusky Drakensberg snow like a morning dew on a mountain Hermon. Ukabu!
Oh, well, whatever that was, I felt it. Right, I need no interpretation. I'm good.
Oh, Kabu, thank you ever so much for having me. I've got today a special woman in my life who came to me when I was traveling the island, who directed me on how to cleanse the island and what to do when I visit the communities. Uwini Madikizela Mandela. Her spirit channeled me even way before she passed away. She would come to me. I was not very close to her, but I was very close to her. I was brought close to her spiritually. And in the dungeons of Semino More, Winnie Madikizela Mandela came to me and told me what to do and directed the cause of why I'm in the island. I'm here for economic development, to see the commonalities, what's common about us, how can we trade, how can we live, and how can we unite.
To bridge that gap, you know, it's important for you to be here, for the world and for all of Jamaica, for the nation to see that we are really not far apart. You know, we can sit at the same table and we are one. I was asking my colleagues this morning, where if you want to go to Africa, where would you go? And people naming different countries and so on. But when you think about it, Africa has been made through colonization and enslavement a distant country to Africa's children, which are those who were who braved the Ma'afa and survived. So that part of your journey is really to say there's really no distance between us. And I want to talk a little bit more about that as we talk about South Africa Day. But I know we have to go live to South Africa. There really isn't any distance between us, because we're going to Tautou, who is in South Africa right now, taking Rastafari to the front. We take a break and then come to Tautou? All right, let's take a break. We'll come back.
Fight mosquitoes with Benjamin's Powerful 4. rubbing alcohol, calamine lotion, eucalyptus, and essence of peppermint oils. The time, courtesy of Benjamin's, is
Now 8 minutes after 8 o'clock.
Woodstock Negril presents Love at Woodstock on Friday, February 14th, Valentine's Day, with live performance by 9-time Grammy nominees Third World. Plus surprise guest artists. Pre-sold regular tickets $35, VIP $60. At the gate, regular $40 and VIP $70. Ticket outlets: Fantana, Savamar, and Montego Bay. World of Sports Negril and Woodstock Negril. Third World on February 14th, Valentine's Day.
Jamaica, it's time to shake things up even more in the new year, and you could win $15,000 until February 14. If you downloaded the new My Digicel app and used it in the past 7 days, you could get a call from us between the hours of 6 a.m. and 8 p.m. every weekday. Hello. But don't say hello. You must answer Shake to Win with Digicel, and $15,000 is yours. Our lucky Digicel customers will have a chance to win $15,000 every weekday until February 14. So when you answer your phone, answer with the phrase that pays.
Shake to Win with Digicel.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Mr. Rainforest, what's the catch of the day?
Catch a car with Rainforest Seafoods. We're giving away not one, but 2 cars. Double your chances to win a 2020 Honda HR-V or Kia Sportage. From now until February 15, 2020, purchase a Rainforest Seafoods shrimp and any other Rainforest product at participating stores for your chance to win. First draw is December 11th. Catch a car with Rainforest Seafoods.
Check the press for details. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
This one is for the ladies. Irie FM, the People's Station, will be sending one lucky lady and her chosen companion to a weekend of fun and excitement in Miami in May. It's all about the ladies as the best of the best concert in commemoration of the 100 years of women liberation in the United States. Will give a lucky Irie FM listener 2 airline tickets, hotel accommodations, and VIP tickets to party with Idonia Saturday, May 23, plus attend Best of the Best 2020 at Bayfront Park, Miami on Sunday, May 24, and an all-white party on Memorial Day, May 25. All you have to do is answer this simple question. Name 3 Jamaican female artists booked for Best of the Best 2020. Put your answer in an envelope and mail to Irie FM, PO Box 282 Ocharis or 1B Courtney Walsh Drive, Kingston. You can also drop off your entry at any Irie FM office at Coconut Grove, Ocharis, 1B Courtney Walsh Drive, Kingston, or Shop 10 Apartment, B12 Fairview Shopping Center, Montego Bay. Enter as many times as you wish. Deadline for entries is April 21, with drawing set for April 24. US visa required to capitalize on winning. This is another Irie FM Rockers Island Entertainment collaboration.
Inspired by the historic qualification of the Senior Reggae Girls to the FIFA World Cup in France last year, Jamaica's under-20 Reggae Girls are fired up and ready to do likewise and create history by reaching their first FIFA Under-20 World Cup final. This when they compete at the CONCACAF Women's Under-20 Championships to be staged in the Dominican Republic starting February 22. The Sporting Choice RFM will once again travel with the Reggae Girls to bring you live reports, interviews, reviews, and all the action in the Dominican Republic. Coverage of the CONCACAF Women's Under-20 Championship is brought to you by Manchester Cooperative Credit Union's Dream Wheels Auto Loan. Your dream, our loan, your wheels. 2 Main Street, Mandeville, Manchester. Call us at 962-3584. Phoenix Health Complex and Vision Center, the only full-service eye care center in St. Anne's Bay. 65 Main Street, St. Anne's Bay. Call 589-8327. Triple M Nursing Institute, changing lives through education. 1 Gully Road, St. Anne's Bay. Also offering 6-week courses. Call 467-5123 for further information. Lobster Dave Seafood Restaurant, the Caribbean's #1 seafood restaurant. Ocherias Fishing Village, St. Anne. Ariel is power. And Somerset Resorts, Hotel and Training School, West End Negril. For your reservations, call 829-9540 or 912-3651. We are family.
all Jamaican music industry creators and professionals worldwide. You are invited to join us at the 7th Annual Jamaica Music Conference. Save the date, February 13th through the 16th in Kingston, Jamaica.
Fun in sunny Kingston, Jamaica for 4 days. Performances, community service, and authentic nightlife.
For more info, visit thejmceffect.com. Follow the JMC Effect across all social media platforms. Save the date and register today.
Own a piece of our roads. Open an NCB Capital Markets stock account to get in on the Trans-Jamaican Highway IPO. Visit goipo.jncb.com or speak to an NCB Capital Markets broker today. The time by NCB Capital Markets is...
Now, Shamara, you've got my timepiece there. Now, 13 minutes after 8 o'clock, you're inside of the Africa Forum. It is Running African. Now, we've called this and we've declared this South Africa Day at IRI FM, and it's South Africa Day all day. Now, we're going to go live to South Africa because our brother, Tau Tau, is standing by. He's Rastafari, an advocate, and he's been taking Rastafari to the front in no little way. I mean, serious business coming from Tau Tau. So let's go to the phone lines. Tau Tau, are you there? Good morning, my brother.
I'm here, Kabu. Give thanks.
Greetings. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing, Mama?
We're doing well. I don't know if you've been able to log on and log in, and if you're seeing us, because we're live on our YouTube channel, so that you should know. I don't know if we told you that. So I have in the studio with me Jessica Mbangini.
Okay, you are with the great poetess.
Yeah, and Yasa Safari and Yasmin Engelbrecht, right? Is from South Africa, also is in the studio.
Yeah.
Now, and we're joining live with you. Where in South Africa are you?
I'm currently in Durban. We were It was yesterday, so it finished last night. So we are preparing to be leaving to Johannesburg in a couple of hours.
Okay.
So we were having a very wonderful reggae celebration for the history of Mali.
I saw that stage. That seemed, that was a massive event, wasn't it?
It was a massive event. It was massive. It is an annual event. It is taking place every year.
Yeah. So how was it at the end of the day? How many?
This is the third year. What do you say?
How was it? How was the
Rastafari took? It was quite wonderful. It was a success. It was colorful. It was beautiful. You know, well attended. You know, coming from different provinces. You know, coming all the way to Durban and to have this celebration. It was quite beautiful.
All right. Congratulations on that.
Different dance moves, you know, coming from different provinces. That, you know, Rastafari here, there are certain things that they do in Cape Town that they don't necessarily do in Johannesburg. You know, they have a thing called the King's Step, you know, Zion Train, where people line up and face one another, start to do some one move, and all of them do the same way. You know, like how they always do in the community, whether in the marriage or whether they're having some other community fun and so forth. So they have diversified the reggae scene. So it's always exciting. It's always great to be in the presence of that kind of creativity.
All right. We have a slide. You heard everything, Jessica, but we have a slide. The connection is not so clear. But I get what you were saying. All right, Tauto, let's talk about the work you're doing. We saw recently coming out of, I'm not even quite sure where, but it surfaced on the social media, a letter from an Empress Marina Blake speaking to issues relating to Rastafari and the possible changes. The question really is, where do we go from here? But then you're also doing some really serious work on the ground in South Africa. And the way you couch this is to say, you're taking Rastafari to the front. What is the state of Rastafari in not just Southern Africa, because you've been across Africa looking at this with a view to unity. What is the state, would you say, of the Rastafari movement within the context of Empress Marina's comments?
Well, give thanks even to be afforded this opportunity to comment on that important article that Empress Marina brought forward, which is basically gave form, content, and context to something that is there, that is expressed in different ways and forms. In South Africa, you have what we call indigenous groups of Rastafari that have moved away from what you would then call Afro-Caribbean Judeo-Christianity or even to a greater extent contextualizes Christafari, the idea of having Christianity as a basis of definition of Rastafari and so forth, and moving to the point of saying, this movement is in transition. This is moving, go with the globalization of Rastafari from you move out of the original incubation of Jamaica, and it goes into the world. It is going to take the form and shapes of those places that it is going through. So now it is looked at, it is more of, we're looking at it as giving content and context to this particular energy, this particular feeling that is going on, that is creating discourses, that is creating institutions of expressions like orders like Bakehase, Bakalipi, more Afro-centric, Afro-grounded in terms of trying to articulate Rastafari, saying, listen, the idea of His Majesty being divine is as old as Africa. We have always had the concept of sacred divinity, divine kingship, and so forth. So therefore, we don't have to be locked up in a particular paradigm which is not even our own to try to define this thing that has always been part of us. So let's move higher than where religion has put us, because one, Rastafari, like the Mau Mau movement in Kenya, like the rebellious movement in Southern Africa, and anywhere in the British Empire, it has always been an anti-British imperialist movement. So now there is that feeling that we have shifted focus from the anti-imperialist movement to more of a religious movement and caught up in religious concepts and ideas that are basically foreign to us. So now it opens avenues to other subjects that we don't really readily talk about, like education. You have some certain quarters where there is an anti-education narratives and sentiments that, to an extent that they were not really challenged, and that when you bring in the teachings of His Majesty on the table, they find that, but these things they don't make sense. So it is a voice, probably most importantly coming from a Rastafari empress, a mother, and importantly so to add into the discourse that is there and intellectually put with that tenderness of a mother, that looking at it like this is, one cannot look at it as someone calling for a is coming from a point of view, monthly point of view. So it's an article.
All right. Are you still there, Toto? Because we're not.
All
right. We're not. All right, but we do have a bad connection, and so let me try and get in as much as I possibly can. So you're saying that there is a space for the points the sister has made regarding the need for a new faculty of interpretation of Rastafari, both on the continent of Africa and in Jamaica?
Yes. Globally, the movement is a living organism. It must evolve. So as a global living organism, it's a natural process that we can consciously help to shape it, than to have nature and evolution force us to adapt to it. It's a reality.
All right, you're the chairman of the Rastafari.
So it's a reality that
You're the chairman of the Rastafari United Front, and I know that you have been taking Rastafari to the front. You do that without apology across the continent of Africa. South Africa has its own peculiar challenges, which you have been raising in the social spaces also. Today, just recently, we heard about the massacre of sort in a township or in a village in South Africa, that included Rastafari. How confident are you that South Africa will, in time, come to view Rastafari in the way that you're trying to achieve, which is to say equal rights, equity?
Well, in South Africa, one of the most important things in the context of Rastafari, have one of the largest population of Rastafari. Learned scientific, scholarly opinions, they only say we have about 3 million Rastafari, so which is quite a huge population of Rastafari people. Now, that itself also, in the country, they say Rastafari is one of the 7 constitutionally recognized religions. That is why you will find us in the national events for social cohesion, moral regeneration movement, or any of the national programs that government come up with as part of transformation and the Rainbow Nation, non-racial, non-sexist society that is envisaged by the founding fathers like President Mandela, Thabo Mbeki, Jacob Zuma, Ramaphosa, and so forth. So it is the space that they involve us, minority, or an important constituency, that we need to be also involved in the national discourse and the national narrative that is taking place. That is one part. So therefore, it provides us the opportunity in our own space to assert ourselves in a more ways than one, because we are not completely restricted. Some of restriction government so that
it is a bad connection.
government you are basically spelling out.
All right. Are you hearing me okay, Toto?
I hear you.
All right, so we lost it towards the end there, but we kind of get the point you're making in terms of what are the challenges, though, that South Africa Rastafari is facing right now regarding that inclusion or that acceptance outside of religion? Because if we're to go with what Empress Marina is arguing, what you just said in terms of a new faculty of interpretation and taking this outside of Christafari and religiosity, then what are the major challenges for Rastafari in South Africa?
Well, the other major challenges are social. Like we still have incidents where every year, January, February, we have to be battling with schools that chase children from schools because they have dreadlocks. So we have incidents where Rastafari at the work level, the laborers to urine test in order to determine cannabis content in the urine, even after the ruling that cannabis is decriminalized. So we still have social challenges that are peculiarly Rastafari, that seems to be targeted. You still can have a police stop you in a public transport and basically criminally profile you by pointing you out. Rasta, come out with a bag. They want to set you away from the rest of the people who are in the public transport. So there are still certain social prejudices that are just inherited in this society from the apartheid society to the democratic society.
Mm-hmm. All right, Toto, I have to wrap with you, but just wanted to say thank you so much for being a part of our South Africa Day. We're looking forward to hosting you in the studio again soon. It's been over 3 years, I think, since you were last here. But we look forward to hosting you again in the studios of IRFM and to keep this connection with you. I want to congratulate you also on the work you have been doing in terms of taking Rastafari to the front. Literally doing that. Action speaks louder than words.
Yes, give thanks, Kabu, and also pass my heartfelt greetings to Elder Yasso Safari, Empress Jessica, and all the listeners of REFM for giving us this opportunity to have to share some weight with them. Give thanks, Rastafari.
All right, thank you so much.
We take Rastafari to the front.
Okay, thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you.
What good?
Thank
All
you.
right, from Durban, he was there. All right, listen up. Top draw, dollars, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, Cashbot, early bird draws coming up next.
precious moments we share with you. Everything's so right, yeah.
The time by D&G Malta Coffee and Vanilla is
8:28. 2 minutes time. It will be time for the cash pot draws.
Choose your life insurance coverage, apply, and pay online. Live the e-life with Sagicor Life.
The time by Sagicor Life is...
So you're doing that to me, right, Teddy? 8:28. Just said so.
Guess what? First Auto Parts now delivers straight to your doorstep. We can even deliver it to your mechanic. Don't stress. We deliver island-wide. Just WhatsApp or call us to place your order now. Remember, it hurts if you don't check birds.
Want to know what's happening in communities across Jamaica? Listen to Irie Diary, your community service program on the People's Station, Irie FM. Every Sunday at 12:05 p.m. and Thursdays at 3:05 p.m. we will highlight upcoming events in communities across Jamaica. Contact us by email at iriediary@iriefm.net and stay tuned to the 107s as your event is highlighted. Irie Diary is brought to you courtesy of Jen Marie's Vitality Wellness Center, shop number 1, WV Plaza, Pineapple Torres. Call us at 531-0551 for sauna services and foot detox at Jen Marie's Vitality Wellness Center. We help you be at your best. And Tropical Battery, stronger for longer.
Take your this Valentine's weekend to Jamaica's most cantankerous roots player, Garfield Reed's Money Move, starring bad boy Trevor Reed, Maxwell Bashy Grant, and me, Money Q. Friday, February 14, Valentine's Day at Amaral Events Church Center, Amaral Events Church Road, Pepper District, St. Elizabeth. Saturday, February 15, Clarendon College, Chapelton, and Sunday, February 16, Eltham High School. Money Move!
Reggae in the morning, reggae in the evening, reggae at night.
Get your tickets out and let the games begin.
Good morning. It is Sunday, February 9, 2020. I'm Carrie-Ann and welcome to the Supreme Ventures Early Bird Game Draw. Now, before we begin, here's a quick look at last night's winning numbers. Now, please remember that all Supreme Ventures live game draws are supervised by the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission and observed by the independent auditing firm PwC. And now, let's put some money in your top draw. Now, of course, this morning's top draw jackpot starts at $200,000. So, here are your winning top draw numbers. Here we go. And for money on top of money, the first top draw number coming up. What is it going to be? Let's see. It is 7. Now, the second top draw number is coming right behind 7. It is 12. The third top draw number, here comes 11. Coming right after 11 is 18. And for $200,000, the final top draw number is lucky number 5. And now, let's pick your play with our Dollars game. So, I hope you're feeling lucky. And this morning's winning early bird dollars numbers are coming right up. First in line, we have the number 18. Now, right after 18, it is a solid number 30. What's next? It is 26. Now, the next dollars number this morning is 10. And following 10 comes the number 21. Now, the next dollars number, here it comes. It is 5. We're halfway there. What is next? It is lucky number 28. Following 28, we have 15. Right after 15, it's coming down slowly but surely. It is 11. Next in line is 27. What is next? Let's see. 29. And of course, we wrap things up this morning in our Early Bird Dollars game with the number 31. And now for some easy winnings with our Pick 2 game. Here we go. And the first Pick 2 number is coming right up. First, it is 24, and the second Pick 2 number this morning is 24. Once again, the one Pick 2 numbers are 24 and 24. Up next, you can play 3-way straight mix, and of course, you know it, just back it up. Here we go. The first Pick 3 number is coming right up. It is 6. Now the second pick 3 number, what is going to be? Let's see. It's 3. And our third and final pick 3 number, here it comes. It is 7. Once again, the one pick 3 numbers are 6, 3, and 7. It is now time to turn up your winnings, so get ready for pick 4 game. And of course, you know it, the balls are bubbling up. First up, we have the number 3 coming right behind the number 3. Is 1. Now the third pick 4 number, what is going to be? Let's see. It's 5. And our final pick 4 number, here it comes. It is 6. Once again, the winning pick 4 numbers are 3, 1, 5, and 6. Now, confirming your winning numbers is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Now, 1, you can check the Supreme Ventures Results app. 2, check the press. Or 3, call up the results hotline. And of course, you can also play the games you love with our Supreme Games app. All you have to do, download, register, and play. Now, of course, last night's winning cash pot number was 20. Lucky mark, sick person, and a white ball was selected. Let's get ready to play our cash pot game for Sunday, February 9, 2020. And a quick reminder, our previous winning cash pot number was 20. Now you live to play, but guess what? Can you win it? Now remember, every number has special meaning, so get ready to be a big cash pot winner. And this morning's winning early bird cash pot number is lucky number 3. Congratulations to all our cash pot winners again. The winning number is 3. Now, did you win it? Thank you for playing this morning's Cashpot game. And of course, play Cashpot 6 times per day for more chances to win big. And of course, now let's mega your Cashpot money. Here we go. And I wonder what it's going to be this morning. Let's see. It's coming right up. Here it comes. It is a white ball that was selected. Again, the winning cash pot number is 3. Lucky mark dead. And a white ball was selected. And now let's take a look at the early bird winning numbers. And of course, a big congrats to everyone who won. And of course, please do come back at 10:30 a.m. for more games you love to play. I'm Carrie Ann. Have a supreme morning.
Hope you were a big winner. Play your favorite Supreme Ventures games every day and tune in for our live draw 6 times a day at 8:30 a.m., 10:30 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 8:25 p.m. on this station. Supreme Ventures, making winners every day.
All right, that was the early bird 8:30 top draw dollars, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, and cashpot draws. Congratulations to all of today's winners. Tune in later at 10:30 a.m. for another chance to win in top draw dollars, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, and cashpot draws. And I know you've got to go, Teddy, but hold your horses there, hold your horses. We're back with you inside of the Africa Forum, and standing beside me, my beautiful sister, Jessica Mbangini. Jessica, as you know, is a praise poet. I am an African. So Jessica is going to be performing for us now a bit of poetry. And this should be interesting. This should be brilliant, as usual. Our sister has been, you came into the island just 2 days ago, 3 days?
2 days ago, 2 days ago.
And you?
3 days ago for the Bob Marley celebration 75th redemption.
Oh, there you go. And you've been here, you've been performing every day.
Oh, I'm telling you.
You landed and you performed.
I've been on stage TV with
Yes.
Bounty Killer,
Yes.
rendering some beautiful gesture to the great Junior Balls. So, Roots FM.
I know, I saw you. Good morning, Isis.
With Isis.
And here you are now, right here in the studios of IRA FM. And this, of course, is South Africa Day. We made it so. South Africa didn't say it was South Africa Day. We just said it was South Africa Day right here. You understand that?
Yes, and it has just been, and it is.
It is South Africa
Yes.
Day, the studios of IRA FM. So you're going to be performing for us right now. And before you do that, though, tell us a little bit about your traditional wear.
Okay, this is a Xhosa traditional regalia with some few elements of Zulu and Ndebele, because we are all Ngunis. We are just, because of the tribal wars that have divided us, this is our African regalia, actually, because we are all things royal. This is Xhosa.
I love it, yeah.
Xhosa the what you call the mbaqo, the dress,
Right.
and then
Mbaqo.
yes,
Right.
and then this apron, it's called isiala sesinqa.
Isiala sitting.
Yes. So in the Bella they say isiala sedinini.
Sitinini?
Sedinini.
Because we say sinting here, you know. I mean, maybe when we say sinting, that's what we're talking about. You know, sitinini.
Yes. And then
Right.
this is isikholwane.
Holwane.
Yes, which is
Right,
the
that's
snake
around the
piece.
neck, yeah.
Yes, and then sisiala is samaqa. So which is
Sisiala,
yes,
right,
it's
yeah.
mostly used by the Zulus and the Xhosas, and also when it's in Ndebele, it's called iraso, and it's mostly
What's
quarter
it
of
called?
this.
What?
Iraso.
Iraso.
Yes.
Okay. And the head
And the headgear, it's Xhosa turban that is called isqhova.
Isqhova.
Yes.
All right. So
This
with
one
all
is
of
the
that,
ready-made one for the just for dressing and adornment, and then. And you, Prophet, how do you know that I wanted to give you that stick? I can't surprise you. What kind of a person are you? Give me a hug.
And I've never been. And you've never been able to surprise me. I always choose the things that you're going to give me. I don't know why. So I'm going to leave a stage to you. Thank you so much. What's it called?
It's called Intonga.
Intonga.
Yes. You can call it Iqodu.
In what?
Iqodu.
Okay.
Yes, it's called. There are different names just for a certain intention at the particular time. So it's Intonga. Intonga, that means it's the what you call. It's more like your shield. It's it's an armor that protects you,
right.
and you can use it as Iqodu when you want to hit something or you are intending to use it on a spiritual
to
what
cut
you
and
call.
clear.
Yes.
Cut and clear. What do I call it?
Cut and
clear. What do I call it then?
Ikudu.
Ikudu.
Yes.
That's what I have.
Yes.
That's what it is for me. Cut and clear. All right, your turn. All right, here we have my dear sister all the way from South Africa, Jessica Mbangini.
Lachipa isakazuka isikhumba sengqongqo. Vulani indlela kugabu kubumnyama. Bamba ngasibini singabi nadyudyu. Khandana amachiza konakala ukuhlala. Ha! Namhla sigagene kodwa ndinguyinongqawusa into emkamhlakazeni wadiliza intaba zikaXhosa. Ndiligubeve lemvelo uthi bujiyana. Isishuba soshubela abantwana ukhala khulu labantwana. Kodwa omdala waditha amantshontsho. Komo zikasijekula madoda. Komo zikatibi komo zikaNwambe ezadla intsimi kabhanqo zayikhukuza zayitshala zemka nengcambo. Phesha kwenciba phesha komlambo phesha kwenciba phesha komlambo zibuyile inkomo zikatata zibuyile inkomo zikatata zibuyile inkomo zikatata beziyolobola amavila wawo hayi Afrika nozala wama-Afrika Afrika nozala wamzontsundu Afrika nozala wamlisela nomthinjana we-Afrika zifikile izikrelemnqa zingezizekuzakuza zizenzono zakuzaku yanqisha intombi enkulu yakhaba ngawomane yalandula abhuduzela amabhedengu abibhidla amazinyo ebhude baba meqala umbhali wasuka wabhebhetha ebekulukuhle kulahlekisa amalokonya kodwa wayilahla imbo yakho ngophoyana bebekudovadova bekunyathela bekubiza ngenkantosi mhlaba mnyama mhlaba okhokho masemahlaza masemachumleyo aqinyiswe kukuzinca nebhongo lama-Afrika kunike amaAfrika ndithi huntshu ngenxa yenyameko yokumela inyaniso nenzondelelo yokugcina uzinzo lweAfrika kuba kaloku la mhlaba nalamatyentsha igolide nesilivere inkazimlo yazi bingenakuthi hayi xa belirhutyela barhwaphilize exhaphaza amakhalanga. Qhubekani izinto nani izintokazi, qhubekani makwathini maqhiyazana nize nimthobele uThixo wayihlomkhulu yintsi uphala ukhawuthi urharhaba ungqika ngokuba kaloku lwephansi iqhinga likamtyholi obonwa ngumprofethi untsikane emdudweni elakubana kugqilazwa nezwa amakhoboka yilaa migegemba amabhulemba amayilili amatshini-tshini amatshivela amatshijolo. Rhwala ihlahla Nelson Mandela sithi bayathekwa lisola Zulu wenotwela uthuthu lwezitho zengovu zangaphambili omxenge oSteve Biko Chrisani Robert Sobukwe nthetha amaqhawekazi oLillian Ngoyi Adile Tambo Winnie Madikizela Mandela. You have upheld the dignity and the stature of the African child in the entire universe. You have brought back freedom and democracy into the African continent. Nilurhwalile uhlahla lwenhlonipho yokuhlonitshwa komntu omnyama weAfrika kwilizwe liphela. Nilurhwalile uhlahla belufuthulwa lurhwatshiliswe lwaza lwafukanya ubuhlungwini betyhefu yerhambela imnyama labentlanga. Yonke loo nto sithi halala madiba, halala madibodiba intonga. Today it feels good to be an African. Atuzisa ujama kasijathu ingqungqulo kombheki ihlamene egwele yokhakhala ngovyo kwamadiba umalala ejongile mhleca amagusha kwimilondo ekhaya elancancathi limaxakaxaka elachoma amaxhoba lamaxhoba angentshutshena ngoncuma emfazweni atsho adiliza ishumi lamadoda ngaxeshanye. Thabo Mbeki once said, I am an African. I owe my being to the hills and the valleys, the mountains and the glades, the rivers, the seas, the trees, the deserts, the flowers, and the ever-changing seasons that define the face of our native land. Remember, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the ones who've made it possible for the world markets to trade in gold, in diamonds, and the food our stomachs still in. Remember, we are the grandchildren of Nongause. We are the great-grandchildren of the warrior men and women that in science Kukuneled, the patriots in Pepu and Tachoyo took to battle, the soldiers Mushweshwa and Gungunyane taught never to dishonor the cause of freedom. We come from all those who were transported from India and China, whose being solely the fact that they could provide physical labor. Those who taught us that we could both be at home but foreign. Those who taught us that the human existence itself demanded freedom as a necessary condition for human existence. The human presence among all these, the feature on the face of our native land thus defined. I know none dare can challenge me when I say I am an African. Mandinieka abafazi balenda ubona thakathi. Deham. Dengcilile.
Jessica Mbangini. Wow, my sister, that was powerful. That was powerful. Thank you so much. That was powerful. We felt that at every level. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, this is praise poetry. Jessica Mbangini is a praise poet. We're going to go straight to news and come forward with much more inside of the Africa Forum.
This is news from IRI FM, Jamaica's non-aligned news voice.
Good morning, I'm Danique Weston with the local and international headlines. Residents of Eastern Kingston say since the imposition of the state of public emergency, they are able to go about their normal business without fear. Leader of Government Business in the Senate, Kamina Johnson-Smith, adds that 11 days into the SOE, citizens have started to experience a level of normality that has been absent from the area for a long time. Mrs. Johnson-Smith notes that the SOE is crucial to addressing increasing criminal activity, including gang conflicts and murders in the area. She says the spate of inter- and intra-gang feuds, which extended across several communities, had impeded public commute along major thoroughfares. It had also restricted children's attendance at school, prevented citizens from going to work, and limited citizens' general movement within their communities. Senator Johnson Smith notes that there has been no report of a single murder or shooting in the division since the imposition of the SOE. Additionally, a major housing project, which was suspended in September 2019 due to gang violence, is now set to restart, given the additional security presence in the area. The senator reports that 90 persons were taken into custody, of which 13 were detained and 77 released after processing. And the security forces have recovered an M16 rifle among over 100 offensive weapons. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Jennifer Griffith, says Falmouth in Trelawney will soon take its rightful place as one of Jamaica's major resort towns. Falmouth is not currently listed as a resort town on the Jamaica Tourist Board website and is often packaged and marketed as being part of the tourism offerings of Montego Bay. But that is about to change, as the Permanent Secretary says the Tourism Minister will be marketing the Trelawney capital in its own unique way and independent of neighboring Montego Bay and Ocho Rios. She further notes that Falmouth, which is famous for its Georgian-style architecture and historic buildings, has been holding its own, so much so that it is once again being hailed as a center of major economic activity. She cites attractions such as Chuck of Good Hope and Martha Brae rafting, in addition to hotels which are coming on stream, as indicative of a town which has been transformed into a first-choice destination. In news overseas, a soldier who killed 26 people in a gun rampage in the Thai city of Nakhon Ratchasima has been shot dead by the security forces. The 32-year-old soldier began his killing spree on Saturday when he killed his commanding officer before stealing weapons from a military camp. He then continued his attack on the streets and in a shopping center while live streaming several moments on Facebook. He was shot dead early Sunday morning after being cornered all night in the building. In addition to the 26 people killed, at least 56 others were wounded. The number of coronavirus deaths has overtaken that of the severe acute respiratory syndrome SARS epidemic in 2003. In China's Hubei province alone, the epicenter of the latest outbreak, the death toll is put at 780 by health officials. All but 2 of the overall total of 813 deaths have so far been in mainland China. In 2003, 774 people were killed by SARS in more than 24 countries. The number of people infected with coronavirus globally is now more than 37,000, with over 2,000 new infections confirmed in mainland China overnight. Those were the local and international headlines. News next at 11:45. From the IRFM newsroom, I'm Danique Weston.
That was news from IRI FM, Jamaica's non-aligned news voice.
All right, thank you so much, Donique, with the local and international
Inspired
headlines.
by the historic qualification of the senior reggae girls to the FIFA World Cup in France last year, Jamaica's under-20 reggae girls are fired up and ready to do likewise and create history by reaching their first FIFA Under-20 World Cup final. This when they compete at the CONCACAF Women's Under-20 Championships to be staged in the Dominican Republic starting February 22. The Sporting Choice RFM will once again travel with the Reggae Girls to bring you live reports, interviews, reviews, and all the action in the Dominican Republic. Coverage of the CONCACAF Women's Under-20 Championship is brought to you by Winters Petroleum, Orocabessa St. Mary, the 24-hour service station, Devon House Ice Cream, Minimart and Liquor Consignment. Winters Petroleum, we're more than just fuel. Old MacDonald Farms, the king of sausage, located in Sandy Bay, Clarendon. Call 909-4457, Jeweler Junction. Shop 3 and 4, Beecham Plaza Ocho Rios, the king of bridal sets and the best low-cost dealer for jewelry, perfumes, cell phones and appliances. Tiles are us limited. Visit the new location at Ballas Valley, St. Elizabeth. Call us at 978-1896 or 429-2400. Reed's Windows, Doors and Awnings, 75 Main Street, Ocho Rios, now doing blinds and reconditioned awnings. Call 616-1986. Lismel Pharmacy, with you in mind every time. 43 Main Street, St. Anne's Bay. Call 972-2504.
This one is for the ladies. IRFM, the People's Station, will be sending one lucky lady and her chosen companion to a weekend of fun and excitement in Miami in May. It's all about the ladies as the best of the best concert in commemoration of the 100 years of women liberation in the United States. Will give a lucky IRFM listener 2 airline tickets, hotel accommodations, and VIP tickets to party with Idonia Saturday, May 23, plus attend Best of the Best 2020 at Bayfront Park, Miami on Sunday, May 24, and an all-white party on Memorial Day, May 25. All you have to do is answer this simple question. Name 3 Jamaican female artists booked for Best of the Best 2020. Put your answer in an envelope and mail to IRFM PO Box 282 Ocho Rios or 1B Courtney Walsh Drive, Kingston. You can also drop off your entry at any IRFM office at Coconut Grove, Ocho Rios, 1B Courtney Walsh Drive, Kingston, or Shop 10 Apartment B12 Fairview Shopping Center, Montego Bay. Enter as many times as you wish. Deadline for entries is April 21, with drawing set for April 24. US visa required to capitalize on winning. This is another IRFM Rockers Island Entertainment collaboration.
Good morning, I am Wade Brown with Area FM's Sunday Sports Diary, where we take a look at these local sporting events. Red Stripe Premier League champions Portmore United will be seeking to secure a place in the semi-finals of the CONCACAF Caribbean Club Championship this afternoon. This when they take on Haitian opponent Arca High FC in the final fixture in the 3-team Group B schedule at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex at 6 o'clock. Portmore will be hoping to rebound from their 4-0 loss to Atletico Pantoja of the Dominican Republic last Wednesday. The new season in the Chemtech Development and Construction Company St. Anne Major Football League starts today with a doubleheader at Drax Hall. Black Star take on St. Anne United, formerly Brownstown United, in the opening game at 4 o'clock, after which defending champions Limehall face Colito Classic from Monique in the second game. A total of 10 teams will contest this year's event for the winning purse of $350,000. A doubleheader is on this afternoon at the Asheheim Stadium at Jamaica College in the Magnum Casafa Super Football League. Ligani United take on Santos in the opening game at 4:30. This will be followed by the 5:30 encounter between Real Mona and Olympic Gardens. The Clarendon Major League is getting underway this afternoon at the Riverside Field. The first game has New Longsville facing Woodhall at 1:30, following which Sporting Central take on Lionel Town at 3:30. 2 games will be contested today in the Serge St. Thomas Major Football League. Bath host Delta Force, while Prospect play away to Lyson at the SDC Field. Both games kick off at 3 o'clock. Shortwood United will face Corville Gardens this afternoon in action in the Magnum Casafa Major Football League. The game at Shortwood gets underway at 3 o'clock. Elsewhere on the day, Police National oppose Mountain View at Constant Spring, while August Town entertain Bull Bay at the Mona Bowl, also in 3 o'clock encounters. Another 3 games are on today in the new season of the Time and Patience Bakery Billback Summerton Night Football League in St. James. Lafara face Backstreet at 7, after which Liverpool oppose Rasta at 8 and Lilliput go up against Billback at 9. The venue for all 3 games is the Billback Mini Stadium in Summerton. The statue of Olympian and former world 100 meters record holder Asafa Powell is all set to be unveiled today. The statue, done by renowned Jamaican sculptor Basil Watson, was commissioned by the Ministry of Sport as part of the Jamaica 55 Legacy Program to celebrate the achievements of the country's outstanding athletes. The unveiling will be done by Prime Minister the Most Honorable Andrew Holness during a special ceremony at Statue Park at the National Stadium starting at 5 o'clock. Powell's statue completes a quartet that includes Usain Bolt, Shelley Ann Fraser-Price, and Veronica Campbell-Brown. And finally, in the diary this morning, Cheapside and Fairfield are down to square off in one of two games on today in the Junction Building Depot Chocolate Hole T20 in Southeast St. Elizabeth. Match time is 10 o'clock. The second game on the day goes off at 2 o'clock and is between Uprising and Chocolate Hole. The venue is the Chocolate Hole Sports Ground in St. Elizabeth. From the IRFM Sports Desk, I am Wade Brown.
Thank you so much, Wade Brown, with the IRFM Sunday Sports Diary. How are you doing? Where is he?
Prices, floor and wall tiles for living room,
you're gonna have to
bathroom,
work with me,
kitchen,
Teddy.
and even your outdoors. Active Home Center, 84 Constant Spring Road. The temperature by Active Home Center is
now 28 degrees Celsius right here in Outaouais. Did Wade leave?
Join us at the 2020 Jamaica Rum Festival, presented by Appleton Estate in partnership with the Jamaica Tourist Board and the Tourism Enhancement Fund, February 29 and March 1, 2020 at Hope Gardens, 1 p.m. to 11 p.m. Tickets $2,000 pre-sold, $2,500 at the gate. Available online at touchstoneticketing.com and in stores at Fontana locations across the island. Sponsored by Appleton Estate, Rainier White Overproof Rum, RGR Greener Group, Main Events, Kosher Bank, CB Foods, Mystique, Money Must, Hampden Estate, Worthy Park Estate, and Barcode. Must be 18 years or older to enter. ID required. Drink responsibly. No weapons allowed.
Follow me to Mother's for the best breakfast in town. Fresh Jamaican breakfast with ackee and saltfish available every day. Delicious saltfish fritters, smooth and creamy porridges, plus egg, bacon and cheese sandwiches available all day, every day. Mother's, so much better. The time brought to you by Mother's is...
Now, just about 8:59. Thank you so much. You're inside of the Africa Forum. It is Running Africa. And how are you doing, Mr. Wade Brown?
I'm doing great. Welcome back.
Well, thank you so much. Are you in camera range or you're just like out of camera? Somebody need to come arrange this.
I'm in camera right now, I think.
All right, you're in camera, you think. All right, so you were asking me a question just now.
Where can I get outfits like these?
Okay. Let me see if Auntie Jessica can help you. You want one to wear today?
My dear brother, you can get these outfits from Kwantu Afrocentric Designs. We have a Facebook page, which is our shop, like a website. You place the order, or you drop us an email on jmbangeni@yahoo.co.uk. But it's much easier when you drop an inbox to Jessica Mbangeni, your
On
one and
Facebook.
only queen.
All right, cool. So I'll get that from Kabu.
Oh, me get into this. But hold this.
You have the link, so I'll definitely get in touch. I
am not taking on anything. You're right, Jessica.
Jessica Mbangeni is here. We take a selfie, you remember me.
Yeah, take a selfie. Go stand up beside Jessica.
And on Instagram, we've got a page as well.
Yeah, let me search for right now on IG for the page.
So you're searching on IG?
What's the page on IG right now?
Okay, you're on
Kwantu, KWANTU.
1 sec.
Kwantu Afrocentric.
So you're gonna do it right here. So so how you doing, Wade?
I'm doing great,
All right, good to see you.
Been a nice week, so
Well,
KWANTU.
so are you going to the stadium today?
Afrocentric.
Afrocentric.
Oh, I found it.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
So follow Jessica.
Yeah, I'm following right now.
And you can follow me at China in Jamaica.
Okay.
Listen, are you going to the stadium later for the unveiling of the Asafa
No, unfortunately not. I have work at 6, but I'll be
Okay.
down by the thing today as well as
Okay.
other half
What's
as
it?
a photo shoot as well. So I have to be there for her as
Oh,
well.
your other half as a photo shoot?
My better half as a photo shoot as well.
Okay, a photo shoot. Oh, she's a model?
Yeah, but she's starting her own business, so she has to
Okay.
be modeling some clothes right now as well.
Right, you didn't tell me. Is that
you were
because
not
I was
here.
on leave? Okay,
Yes.
all right, okay. I didn't know about it. And then I know Gavin's grandma
Yes.
is being buried today. So Gavin, once again, our deepest condolences. We're heading off to the National Stadium. I'm going to go there for the Asafa
Yes.
unveiling.
He
And
deserves
then-
it, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And we're going to be at Groundation at the Institute of Jamaica. So lots to do today.
Definitely.
Right, so you can dance in African music. Teddy,
No.
give me some African music for Wade there.
Goodbye.
South African music. Where you going? Right, come back.
When are we taking the selfie?
Namaste. Yeah, Teddy selfie. Teddy African music. Quick, because he's still here. Teddy. Gee. Teddy. Yes. Thank you. Come wait. Your time. But that can't dance to that. Stimula. There's a train. You can't dance to that. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's not a dancing one. But go ahead. All right, so we're back with you inside of the Africa Forum. As you know, it is running Africa, and we have a lot to get through in this final hour. Yasmin, you're literally living here. I just say. So I'll see you in a little while, I'm sure. But we spoke earlier about what you do, the 7 steps for
mastering
creation and mastering your memory.
Yeah.
That should be in it also.
Step 1.
Yeah, mastering your memory. But this is something that you do. You're a life coach.
Yeah.
So talk to us about that and how persons can contact you and what exactly you do.
Yeah. So I'm a psychologist and a life coach, but more than anything, I teach a process around the world. So wherever I'm in the world, I try to have workshops. I love it. I mean, I live my work and I teach it. And my work is essentially 7 steps, as we were actually saying earlier, 7 steps to actually figure out what you are and how to become what you are. And the byproduct of that is that you are then able to manifest, create whatever it is we want. We kind of all create all the time. I mean, I think we know this, whether we do it unconsciously or not. This is a process not just of beginning to deliberately create, but to master creation. So my work is not for beginners. It is for people who do understand that they are creating the world they see around them. If you have that basic in place, then we take you to the next level. So we're wanting to do a workshop here when I get back. I'm also going to South Africa for a bit after I go to Trinidad for Carnival, if I survive.
Enjoy.
Woo.
No, you survive. Enjoy Carnival.
Yeah. And then back end of July, and we're looking at doing a workshop in New Kingston. So if anybody's keen on joining, just text us your email address.
Where should they text?
Yeah, 859-0859. So that's
or call us.
plus
We've got the number here. 859-0859.
Just text us your email address if you're keen to learn the 7 steps to getting whatever you want and knowing how to become what you are, which is infinite potential.
All right, brilliant. And we'll see you soon. We'll be talking a lot about these 7 steps once you return. We'll have an entire program about that, I'm quite sure.
Looking
once you get back. Herbie Miller is on the phone lines. We're going to talk to him quickly. There's so much to do. You have to show us how to wrap our heads.
Oh yes,
Jessica. Mm-hmm. So what kind of wrapping are you showing us?
Okay, it's going to be a Kosa turban, which is called a cover. It's a cover. This one is the ready-made one.
Cover.
Yes, this one is a hurt. So
all
this
right.
one
So
I'm going
Jessica
to
just took off her turban, and now she's going to show us. So you're going to show us in. All right. So can we get a zoom in on Jessica, Kimar? Can we get a zoom in on Jessica while she shows us? By the way, come close to your television sets, close to your computers, however you're watching us, because now we're going to learn how to wrap the turban. And Jessica, hold on, let me just come to you with a microphone, because I want you to talk us through it.
This one is the base. That also is an anti-aging, you know what I mean?
Anti-aging? Yeah, I know what you mean, girl. Why, it pulls the cheekbones up?
Yes, it pulls your cheekbones up, and you will see those, what you call my grandmother actually never had wrinkles, so I saw the secret, which is the space. No matter.
Well, all of us going to wrap our head now. Hold on, this is the one that does it? We're all wrapping our heads. Anti-aging, yeah. All right. I don't know, because, there's somebody here who wears a turban, and that person is not aging either.
The anti-aging one is always what you call ugly. So don't expect it to be fancy, because it has to be comfortable. Even the wrap, the wrap that you always use around the sarong, you can use it as an anti-aging.
All right, so the anti-aging is gone on, and then this one is called what?
And then this one is the base of the beauty. It enhances the color of your skin. You see, I do not have a makeup on today, but I choose a color that will go to my face and enhance it as a highlight.
That's true, because your eyes just immediately just popped with that color. Like, wow.
I'm telling you, it's like I've got mascaras on and
I know, I love it. So it's all red. And you said to us before that this is how Nana Winnie Madikizela would wrap her head.
yes, Winnie Madikizela Mandela would wrap her head with more than 4 or 5. So it is our tradition to wrap our head to create a crown.
All right, so I noticed that you're wrapping. So you put on the anti-aging first, right? And then you put another one on, right, and then
As it goes up, it shapes your face. So if you want a round face, you can actually keep it this way. But if you want a sharp face, like you know what I mean, as Egyptian.
the ancient Kemetion face.
Queen Cleopatra.
No, born Cleopatra, Hatshepsut.
So now we are creating that face.
All right, so there we go now. So the next piece is much bigger now, and then it still goes a little.
It still takes your face up, pulls it up so that your chin can come out, and your neck as well. You see?
All right. So wow, I had no idea there were so many pieces.
You see the transformation.
Yes, I thought it was like a hat that you all put on, but it's many pieces, right?
Then now I put this one with this decor, the sharp decor in front. This sharp decor is called Ukwebindoda. It means you are married when you've got this. So your man.
Okay, so
it's keeping the attention of your man.
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, Shamara, right? When you wear this now, you know, that's why this whole thing in Jamaica about banning catcalls and so on is foolishness. We must go back to our language, go back to who we were, go back to who we are, so that our men would know that when they see a lady walking down the street with the what this one called again?
Ukwebindoda.
With the Ukwebindoda, they don't know catcaller because they know that this is already a married woman. And then if they're going to catcall, they do it with the no catcaller, the kosa call, which is to say hi, darling. Right. So
do that. They must just say, Queen, you are beautiful.
There you go. So if we teach all our men to say, Queen, you're beautiful, as opposed to saying we're going to ban catcalls. Yeah.
Because this woman is taken, has got a man.
Right. So when they see that, and culturally, every young boy, every young man, every man looking at a woman would know that this woman is already taken. Wow. Is it what again?
It's called Ukwebindoda.
Ukwebindoda. All right, we love it. All right, so, wow, this is beautiful, though. What a lot. So this is what we're going, 5 pieces now? Right. Okay, so this is the Winnie Mandela wrap. So it always comes down like that. Okay. So if you're watching online, if you're watching on our YouTube channel, you'll get a much better idea of what's happening here. We're trying to describe it, but it's really a beautiful red, is it linen? What kind of material is it? It's linen or cotton?
It's melton. It's melton, the one that is used to make jackets.
To make what?
Jackets and coats.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
The London jackets and coats.
I see what you mean.
All this is manufactured. It's from the cotton. It's from our minerals, the authentic minerals. So, yeah.
Right. Okay. Wow, that is stylish. That is beautiful. And there's still another piece, and this is the biggest one. Right. So this is wow. This is a real crown, though. This is regal. So I see that you're shaking that one.
Do you remember that Europe was named after Queen Europa?
Yes, yes.
You remember our crowns that we as the women, we've got crowns. We're wearing crowns. And we had levels because of the affordability and also because of the skills and also the level of generosity. You see, I have elevated your crown.
Yes, look at me though. Wow. Look, you're right.
You had your crown on, and I've elevated it. So out of generosity and also out of affordability. So that means the power of association is very important.
I know. I wonder if I could wear this to the Asafa unveiling.
Okay, this is the last one. So this one.
So that's the last one. Okay. Right. So that is the one that's going to hold it all together then. But do you need something to tie that now, or can you just tie it by itself?
I have pins, so you need.
Oh, pins. Okay. All right. So, I'm used to this, because my grandmother, great-grandmother, and mother, when we were children, this is how they would wrap their heads. And they would use pins, and they would use these same colorful pins. But then they got to church, and the church told them to stop doing it because it was sinful. It was sinful because it was coming from Africa. And that's the only reason why it was sinful.
My grandfather as well had a church at home that was telling people to take off their traditional regalias because it was sinful for them. So when I've realized that, no, absolutely, and this is who we are, actually, we should be wearing our authentic traditional outfits because they are the ones that keep us rooted and content. And the sense of fashion has to be, has to come from a space of authenticity, not a creative consumer. So when I went back home after traveling America and being in these conversations with universities all around the world, he said to me, "Oh, now I am. People are taking off their clothes, and you are picking them up. That is, you are taking Calvary." I'm like, "Excuse me, Datom Kulu. This is our way of life, which our spirituality should be based on authenticity, on who we are, so that we don't lose ourselves. Now that we know that Jesus Christ was black and Mary was black and everything was black, it's Jesus Christ is ours. All these prophets are ours. The power of divinity.
All these stories are ours. All these stories. Africans as peoples of the Bible. All right. So I saw you laughing when you looked at yourself and recognized that you really did a great job with your rap there, Jessica. It is beautiful. This is wow, this is a crown of no mean order. Really, really nice.
Winamatigizela Mandela Kawaletuwe Sikata Maguwe City Mama Winamatigizela Mandela Winamatigizela Mandela Winamatigizela Shako Winamatigizela
Come and teach me that shoulder dance. You know that you at the poetry festival a few years ago, you really embarrassed me. You told me I must get up and move my hips, and I couldn't move my hip. And you said that I should be ashamed of myself. That's basically what you said. All right, so teach us that shoulder thing, though.
It comes from breathing.
I said to teach me, but I'm not in it with you. You're on your own.
I'm trying to teach. Okay, Kabu, it comes from...
I said to stop it. Mm-hmm.
Your diaphragm, you breathe, so you listen to your breath as you're breathing. You are breathing in, out and in. So with the rhythm, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
I think I understand what is happening with me. I think that is because I'm more North Africa, right? And you're more Southern Africa. So it's in North Africa, we just do this, like... We just move like the shoulders up and down. But with Southern Africa now, you do that shaky thing.
We are diverse as the people. The humans...
Just trying to get out of it, by the way.
I can see.
Thank you so much. We have to go to a break. This is how we're going to wrap up this segment. And we're going to talk about poetry in motion in the next segment. Yes, I'll stop it. It's the very same look you gave at Poetry in Motion. You're going to teach me, and I'm going to learn when you come back. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. You don't talk, because you can't do a thing. I'm sure of it. All right, try.
The shoulder thing.
See? You see what she's doing there? That's the same North Africa thing she's doing there. So she's more Ethiopian, right? And I'm Kemetian. All right, this is how we take a break. We'll be right back with much more.
People, now it is.
Hey, this and every Sunday, join me, DJ Smurf, for the Sunday Best.
Let them know.
From 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. on your nation's #1, Irie FM. Giving you the best of the 70s, 80s, and the 90s. The musical vibes kicks off with the retro vibes from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. The dance music. Covering the best of rocksteady, rockers, reggae, and dancehall. Then from midnight to 2 a.m., the high energy goes up a notch with the latest in reggae and dancehall. That's the Sunday best from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. every Sunday with me, DJ Smurf, on
Reggae Radio, Irie FM.
Make your romantic dinner even sweeter. Get 4% cash back when you use your Sagicor Bank MasterCard credit card at select restaurants during the month of love. Check your Sagicor Bank MasterCard credit card rewards for participating restaurants, and dinner for two could be 4% cash back for you with the best rewards ever. Conditions apply.
Only Optical Elements has the latest technology lenses and frames to suit your taste and budget. Visit us at 67 Halfway Tree Road, online at opticalelementsja.com or call 929-8284. Optical Elements, vision in style. The time by Optical Elements is...
Now 9:18. I'm just laughing with my sister. We have so much in common. You're going to come back, Jessica, on the 19th. You're returning to Jamaica. We're coming for the concert. The big One Love concert.
Yes, I'm coming for the One Love concert that will be at the Tony Spalding Stadium on the 22nd of February.
And yes, go ahead.
So I'll be sharing the stage with the great Yellow Man,
All right.
William Hollis.
Yes.
Wow. Who's this guy? A Bounty Killer. He's going to be there. So the lineup is huge. Paul Elliott, Peter Metro.
I love that, Paul Elliott. Hey, Paul Elliott, Peter Metro, Yellow Man, Jessica Mbangini will be on stage. It's going to be on the 22nd.
22nd
and,
of February.
This is going to be in Kingston.
Yes.
All right, well, you'll hear more about it. Jessica, thank you so much. I love your head wrap. You're looking really, really nice. Winnie Madikizela Mandela. We do have to take a break. And then when we come forward, we'll be talking to Yasa Safari. But just to say thanks so much to you for bringing in everything that you did. Thanks for my crown. Thanks for my... What is this again?
Ikudu.
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 Ikondong.
Ikudu. Ikudu.
Oh, Ikudu.
Yes.
All right, so, right, cut and clear, Rod.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, my sister, for coming in at very short notice. And I'll see you, both of
Maybe
you.
my brother will make up his mind to put me in the lineup as well when I'm there.
My brother.
Maybe he's going to make up his mind.
Jessica, you're the best. You are the best. All right, well, you never know. Okay, so we'll see you when you come forward on the 22nd.
Thank you ever so much. I'm looking forward to share the stage with these great musicians. Actually, to talk to the people about the power of one love, unity, purpose, divinity,
Exactly.
so that we
We
can
love
reach
it.
our greatest destiny.
We love it. We love it. Thank you so much again, Jessica. Thank you so much, Yasmin. I will see you both soon. We
thank
take
you,
a break. We'll be right back. We come forward. Yasa Safari and Michael Abrahams joins us on the phone lines right after that.
Sunset Pharmacy, Whitehall Road, Negril, across from Negril Bus Park, gives special discounts on all prescription, children, elderly, and ophthalmics. Opening hours Mondays to Thursdays, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Fridays, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Saturdays, and 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Sundays. We accept all major health, debit, and credit cards. Telephone number 957-4192.
Inspired by the historic qualification of the senior reggae girls to the FIFA World Cup in France last year, Jamaica's under 20 reggae girls are fired up and ready to do likewise and create history by reaching their first FIFA Under 20 World Cup final. This when they compete at the CONCACAF Women's Under 20 Championships to be staged in the Dominican Republic starting February 22. The Sporting Choice RFM will once again travel with the Reggae Girls to bring you live reports, interviews, reviews, and all the action in the Dominican Republic. Coverage of the CONCACAF Women's Under 20 Championship is brought to you by Manchester Cooperative Credit Union's Dream Wheels Auto Loan. Your dream Our Loan, Your Wheels, 2 Main Street, Mandeville, Manchester. Call us at 962-3584. Phoenix Health Complex and Vision Center, the only full-service eye care center in St. Anne's Bay. 65 Main Street, St. Anne's Bay. Call 589-8327. Triple M Nursing Institute, changing lives through education. 1 Gully Road, St. Anne's Bay. Also offering 6-week courses. Call 467-5123 for further information. Lobster Dave's Seafood Restaurant, the Caribbean's #1 seafood restaurant. Ochorius Fishing Village, St. Anne. Ariel is power. And Somerset Resorts, Hotel and Training School, West End Negril. For your reservations, call 829-9540 or 912-3651. We are family.
Do it for your best life. Do it. Go check your HIV status. Do it. So keep your life trending, no pretending. Me I tell yourself it, do it for you, do it for you. Every time you are link with a condom. Coulda Ozzy, coulda wife, coulda be a random. Condom connect and protect your profile. Be your own fan. Do it for your best life. Do it for your best life. Do it. Don't put yourself at risk. Condom connect every time. Do it for your best life.
Take your this Valentine's weekend to Jamaica's most cantankerous roots player, Garfield Reed's Money Move, starring bad boy Trevor Reed, Maxwell Bashy Grant, and me, Money Q. Friday, February 14, Valentine's Day at Amaral Events Church Center, Amaral Events Church Road, Pepper District, St. Elizabeth. Saturday, February 15, Clarendon College, Chapelton, and Sunday, February 16, Eltham High School. Money Move!
Jamaica, it's time to shake things up even more in the new year, and you could win $15,000 until February 14 if you downloaded the new My Digicel app and used it in the past 7 days. You could get a call from us between the hours of 6 a.m. and 8 p.m. every weekday. Hello. But don't say hello. You must answer Shake to Win with Digicel, and $15,000 is yours. Our lucky Digicel customers will have a chance to win $15,000 every weekday until February 14. So when you answer your phone, answer with the phrase that pays.
Shake to Win with Digicel.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
My daughter calls me the
Bestest dad ever.
And as her father, I have to live up to that. She looks to me for everything. But I have other responsibilities too. As a track coach, I have to guide my team to run on the track and not into trouble, cause plenty of that out there. My days don't stop, and neither can I. So I need something to take care of me while I take care of everybody else. That drink is Malta, and it tastes good too. Big up yourself, Malta.
Reduce your risk of viral illnesses like the flu and coronavirus. Wash your hands frequently with soap and water. Cover your nose and mouth when coughing with a tissue and dispose of it. Avoid close contact with anyone with a cold or flu-like symptoms. If you become ill, please visit your doctor or the nearest health center and share your travel history. The flu and coronavirus can kill. Let's protect each other. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
JDIC, protecting deposits for you and me.
The time brought to you by the Jamaica Deposit Insurance Corporation is...
Now, 25 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome back. You're inside of the Africa Forum. It is Running African. And we're going to go through until 10 o'clock. In this segment of the program, we're speaking with Yasa Safari about the upcoming Poetry in Motion. That's going to be happening shortly, just 2 weeks away, actually. And then we'll be joined on the phone lines by Dr. Michael Abrahams, and he will be one of the performers at Poetry in Motion. Yes, it's Ode again.
Yes, great to be here, Kabu, and we give thanks for the work that Running Africa, the African Forum is doing as part of the IRFM setup. And as you say, reuniting the African family for development. So it is only fitting that we have Azania, who is popularly called South Africa, and the different experience with the praise poet and with the rap and the clothes and the cut and clear rod and the whole
And
energy.
Shamara is moving the table with with our props.
Yes.
She just moved with all her South
Yeah,
African.
but we still have the turban.
Oh, we still have a
so,
turban,
see,
yeah.
the crown.
I'm a cut
So the run in Africa get his crown.
Exactly.
And giving you receive and receiving you give. And you get all the crown on your head and the
Right.
program
I mean, it's
with the
all
crown.
clowning for the entire day.
Yeah.
It looks good. All right, so we're looking forward, to another exciting Poetry in Motion. This is 17 years in the making. Which year it's at?
2004 on the 29th of February.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was a significant date, and we'll go into the reasons now. And now, 17 years after, still providing clean, intelligent fun for the entire family and entire community. It's a spectrum of the creative and performing arts. So it's music, dance and comedy, storytelling, fashion and poetry. It's like a creative cocktail that calm your nerves, empower you, uplift you, inspire you, make you feel good, make you can excavate your own feelings, your own thoughts, your own experiences, your own ideas, your own inspiration, giving you that outlook on self and your community and life and purpose. So Poetry in Motion is an experience.
And we've experienced this ourselves. So everything you've said is true. I've interviewed you for over 17 years about this event.
Definitely.
And I've started attending this event in the last 4 years.
Yes.
And it is true what you've just said, which is that it's calming, it's really food for the soul, it's food for the spirit. It's what I like about this is that when you're in Europe, sometimes you wish there was some place that you could go just to have that kind of an intellectual stimulation, but it's still nice and it's still down to earth and it still belongs to the people, and it's in a venue that you can put on your heels and just go chill. You can dress up if you want to, you can dress down if you want, and you can get good healthy food, but it's pure black, mainly black people. You understand what I'm saying? That is something that you've always wished for, and it's something that Europeans do very well. I think that in Jamaica, you're the only person I see replicating or doing something from the souls of ancient Kemet, literally kind of how, people would get together for all of that, poetry, food, dancing, the whole story, music, storytelling.
Yeah, so it's interesting that you said that, because you remember we were in Ethiopia in 1996, and we arrived in Ethiopia on the 29th of February to celebrate the bicentenary of the Battle of Adwa. And so that was in the year of Johannes and the day of Johannes, and I got personal inspiration with that based on my relationship with Johannes. And so 8 years after, on the 29th, we were inspired, really, seriously inspired.
So that idea came to you in Ethiopia?
Emerging from Ethiopia. I don't know how it go. After going to Ethiopia and what that was, and that inspiration started, we start to see things, And as you say, we want to capture them things there and package it and present it to the people, to give the healing there and calm your nerves and empower you and uplift you and inspire you, make you excavate on a cellular level, make you reach to the celestial heights, and make you claim and be yourself. The faculty of interpretation and application is really, we are the children of the Black Resurrection, conquering death and the grave, because we refuse to die. And so we live today that death must die. And so that is a part of the thing, that we are a people who have been downtrodden, children of the Holocaust, which they call Holocaust, transatlantic genocide, where we were colonized, which is really the process of deliberately vampirizing a people and reducing them to feces as a conquest of war. It is not by accident that Columbus' middle name is Colon. The root word of colonization is colon. So differently, we are now using Poetry in Motion to breathe forward life into the people and creativity, because nobody knows creative as we.
Exactly. I can't get over Christopher Columbus' middle name. Yes, so we're going to come back to Poetry in Motion. Let's just have a quick chat with Herbie Miller, because we're heading there. Herbie, I hope Herbie don't say we're late. Let's go. Herbie, you there? Yes, I am. Right, we're not late, but you see, Herbie, that I have to do this first before I come into Kingston. I'm coming to Groundation in a little while.
Just listen to you.
Okay, which camera am I? Is that Herbie?
Easy on the road on your way here.
You're there now?
Yes, not yet.
Okay.
By midday.
All right, brilliant. I know that we kept you a while, and we're really sorry for that because I know if it's when you're organized, you like to be there. Right. So our apologies. Yeah, our apologies. All right. So Herbie, tell us a little bit about this now, because Groundation it happens every February during Reggae Month. We like to say Black History Month too. Exactly. And this year, of course, there's a special theme. Remind us of the theme.
It's called Blackhead Chinaman.
Mm-hmm.
The Chinese contribution to Jamaican popular music.
The Chinese contribution to Jamaica's popular music. Yeah. The first time you said that to me, the first name I mentioned to you was Carl Young.
Of course, that would be the first you should mention. After all, you're at IRFM, and he's the founder of IRFM.
And not even IRFM so much, but Grove Music, you know, and the work out of Grove Music. Brilliant. But the reason why I go there is that I know that, you know, it's something that we haven't thought about much here in Jamaica, but it's a significant contribution, the Chinese, to Jamaica's popular music. Give us a little synopsis, because we know people have to go to the different seminars to listen. Give us a little synopsis.
I can only attend the one I'm doing. I'm sorry, but I won't be able to do so many others I'd love to do.
Right.
So to give you a synopsis, you just mentioned Mr. Young, who played a fantastic role in promoting reggae music through IRI.
Yes.
But then, as financiers, as studio owners, producers, promoters, jukebox providers, musicians, and singers, the Jamaican Chinese early participation at the foundation of the island's growing music industry is very, very important. We tend to overlook it, Kabu. Mm-hmm. I mean, people like you and I promote the Afro-Jamaican contribution to the point where sometimes we miss what others have done. Mm-hmm. And so the Chinese, having come here to Jamaica as indentured workers, were perhaps a little bit more fortunate in a bad situation than the Africans were. Mm-hmm. But having forged a social and working relationship with the ex-slaves, they provided the grocery shops and so on and so forth. By the early 1960s, ice cream parlors were a big thing here. And many of these Chinese who ran these ice cream parlors turned to music production. Among them, for example, is Leslie Kong at Beverly's Record.
Mm-hmm. And he's related to Icon, right? That's Icon's right. Yes. Yeah. Right.
At Patton Vincent at what was then Randy's, now VP International.
Right.
But even before that, way back in the 1950s, Chin's radio service on Church Street, Ivan Chin, was producing mental music with people like Ala Badassi, Dan Williams, and the Chin's Calypso Quintet. Mm-hmm. They played songs like Night Food and all those risque songs that were very popular in the day. So it goes all the way back. And of course there were Chinese musicians in many of the swing bands of the time. Mm-hmm. But in modern times, of course, following Randy's, or even leading Randy's, was Thomas Young, Tom the Great Sebastian, one of the great sound systems of our sound system history. Byron and the Dragonaires cannot be overlooked because Dynamic Sound and Lee Enterprises, also Byron Lee's vision, contributed a lot, brought a lot of foreign artists here and promoted a lot of local artists. Yeah. Of course, there's the great Channel 1 of the 1970s that really changed the tone of Jamaican music with the Revolutionaries as the house band. And that's on the business end. On the musical end, there's the great Phil Chen, who left Jamaica in 1962 with the Vagabonds to England, played with so many great bands, and has become the main basis for superstar Rod Stewart. Mm-hmm. It is Phil who we hear on that song called If You Think You're Sexy and You Want Me to Love You.
If you think I'm... Yeah, that's a really nice song. Do you think I'm sexy?
Great bass playing too, and ding, 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 ding. Oh, beautiful. That's
I'm dancing to it already, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, he's not going to be here because he's on tour with Rod Stewart throughout the months of February and March. But then there's the great Mikey Chung, keyboardist Robin Lynn. We're having Sonny Wong of Sonny and Victor Wong fame. Keith Lynn will be here, among other Chinese who contributed a lot. So we aim to highlight for those who don't know and to remind those who know of this cultural synchronism, this cultural admixture. What the great late mentor Kabu Maat Kheru called creolization. How one culture embraces the other and between that produce a new culture. And that's basically what happened with the Chinese Jamaican thing.
Wow, this is a brilliant idea, and just listening to you, you know, this is something that we really should try and attend. Tell us when, where, who's speaking.
Of course, today I will read with an overview of this relationship. Icon, our friend, will be the featured artist.
You know, so I'm glad to come today.
Ozone is on fire band.
Yeah.
And Icon is somebody that ought to be properly reintroduced to the Jamaican audience. I'm happy to be producing an event with Icon.
I am happy to have interviewed him recently.
I remember
Just
that's where I
saying.
heard
Yes,
and called the station, and that's where he and I reconnected.
Yes.
If you recall. Yes.
Yes.
Then we'll have 1 week dedicated to Byron Lee, Beverly's, and what they did. And Garrett Morgan will be there as the original Blackhead Chinaman.
Yes.
Among others. I'm trying to get...
It sounds brilliant. Look at Herbie, we're all the time, but it sounds brilliant. What time?
At
What?
the Institute of Jamaica, 10 to 16 East Street, 2 p.m., free to the public, including the refreshments and snacks.
What time? Did you say 2? Did you say 2 p.m.?
2 p.m. every Sunday until the first Sunday of March.
All right. So we're looking forward to today, and you're presenting the overview today. We can't wait to see that.
Precisely.
Thank you so much, Herbie. My own grandfather was a Chinaman from up in Woodside. He was a mermaid man. I just saying, the great grandfather. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you much too.
All right. What good. All right. You know, when I think of this idea of the Chinese contribution to Jamaica, and that there's always so much misunderstanding when I talk about China in Jamaica, that I always have to make this connection back to my own self to say my great grandfather was involved in the China. He was the person in the Chinese riots in Jamaica in the 40s or 50s who actually hid other Chinese under his bed who were being attacked in Jamaica by Jamaicans at the time. And so that what it tells me is that when we listen to what Herbie just said, is that we knew how to leverage Jamaica-China relationships from them time there, even if it was to the music. So we already know how to do it. So we can do it again. What we have done now is that we have given our sovereignty to New China. And that is where I am. So back to Poetry in Motion.
Yes,
do you have any Blackhead Chinaman on the
well,
thing?
It connected because you just know, when I was born, you know, them said, then how them say Mr. Sinclair's son, you see a China boy. So that's my connection right there.
You're very connected to the whole team.
and I'm happy that Icon is representing, because when he started speaking, I was just going to say, well, Icon and he's related to
Leslie Kong. Right.
As well. I don't remember if Bob Marley's famous engineer, if it was from Japan or China. But in any event, we know the 5,000-year history between Japan and China. So in any event, that's a connection again.
Right, there you go, another connection. Shamara, keep telling us break. Who is on Poetry in Motion this year? Because when we come back from the break, we're going to hear from Dr. Michael Abrams, who's going to be reading his poetry. And yes, we want a poem or two from you too. Well, maybe we can only take one because of time.
Not a problem.
But
it's Sunday, February 23rd at the Manchester Golf Club, Bromley Road in Mandeville. And we have African Bazaar. We did it last year. The success is such that we have to bring it this year, 2 to 5.
Right.
So we have Midasi, and so your sports newscaster can check Midasi, who's
There
based
you
here
go.
in Otorius
Wade,
as well.
Midasi in Otorius also. You want close to
in
her.
addition
Yeah.
to Jessica.
Right.
And so the showcase starts at 6 p.m. featuring Dr. Michael Abrahams, who will be on shortly, Dr. Leakim Simaj, and Professor Edward Barr, the reigning Jamaica Poetry Festival Lifetime Achievement Awardee for 2019.
Right.
Certainly the gorgeous and beautiful Kabu Maat Kheru, who's
That's me.
somewhere close by. Marjorie Wiley, Mick,
Yes.
L. Jones returned by popular demand.
Right, and El Jones
She's
was
from
here,
Canada.
and she was also here. Thank you so much for
Yes.
lending her to us at our Garvey event.
Definitely.
Molly.
And she was really a hit
She was
there.
powerful, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anne-Marie Wilmot, Denise Brown, who is one of the winners from last year
Golden Tongue.
Award.
Yes.
And, we are working on the tongue for renew the
Yeah,
tongue
we
and
have to
to
release the
reclaim the
tongue.
tongue,
You
the
reclaim
golden
it,
tongue.
yeah.
And certainly I'll be there. And we have an international act coming in from Holland
Mm-hmm.
to recite a special rendition of The Earth Is Our Friend in her language.
I wonder if she's here yet.
She's here already.
Oh, because I don't want her to miss her flight.
Can't
or
wait
anything.
to go.
International act. I hope you don't
And we
miss your
have-
flight.
Remember, we did something historic here in November, whereby IRFM for the very first time did a live creative writing workshop on air and running in Africa and the Africa Forum.
Right.
And so those 4 groups of students produced 4 poems.
That was from Belmont Academy, from
and a high school in
from
St.
St.
Thomas,
Thomas
St. Thomas Technical.
right.
And so we have narrowed it down to Belmont. So one of the poems from Belmont will be performed at Poetry in Motion.
So
As we said then.
congratulations, Belmont Academy. The announcement is being made right here.
Yes, and,
Yes.
and will be included in the Building Bridges anthology that comprises poets from Wales and from Jamaica. We get to that
Wow,
some other point.
yes.
And so we have special prizes and surprises there as well. And we have been getting tremendous support in terms of sponsorship for students and teachers who have the desire, but maybe are fiscally challenged.
Mm-hmm.
And so NCB, JN,
Can we get Michael on the phone, please?
yes,
Thank
quite
you.
a few entities have stepped forward to facilitate that. Ashakai from London, who is listening now as well, and Professor Jeff Palmer from Harriet Watt University in Edinburgh, Scotland, and quite a few other. As a matter of fact, Healthy Way and Ocean Village Plaza sponsored a group of 10 students and teachers. So
That's brilliant, though. Thank you so much, Health Away.
Yeah, give thanks. Yeah. And for all the people who have been supporting in that way. As a matter of fact, sometimes unsolicited.
Yeah.
They'll call and say, to what is happening in Jamaica, and you have consistently maintained the line of clean, intelligent fun for the entire family, we want to support.
Right. I wonder if Jessica left because her crown is still here, and I hope she didn't leave it. If she did, I'm going to just
You mean I
take
think
it.
I run in Africa crown?
Well, I might be wearing it to Poetry in Motion. I know we do have, right. So, I mean, it really is a brilliant event, Poetry in Motion. It's
Thank
happening
you.
in Mandeville. I love the venue,
Yes.
which is
The oldest golf club in the Western Hemisphere.
the oldest golf club in the Western Hemisphere. It's here in Jamaica.
Started 1858, so 200 and odd years.
Wow, and this is where the event is being...
Manchester Golf Club,
Right.
Bromella
So we're still
Road
trying
in
to
Mandeville.
decolonize the spaces because that's
Definitely.
part of a decolonization
One
of a
time black
space.
people couldn't go there.
That's the point.
And this is their premier event at the
Right.
venue.
Yes,
It's
every
a pride
February
and
during
joy.
Black History Month.
Yes. And this year
Yeah.
we deliver with transparency and credibility. This year we have 2 charities, Friends in Need. You interviewed them maybe
Right,
twice
yeah,
already.
yeah.
To showcase what they are doing. We bring them forward because they are such a deserving recipient, as well as the Manchester Peace Initiative, Peace Coalition, which is an initiative of Dr. Reed and others. And so they are instrumental and we are supporting them as well. So it's an entire
All right.
community
And
effort.
you mentioned that you have Leakim Samaj and you have Dr. Michael
Dr. Michael
Abrahams.
Abrahams.
So, and I know you've had Professor Fred Hicklin on also.
Definitely.
So,
And Professor Mervyn Morris.
no, I'm talking about the medical people.
Oh.
The psychologist.
Yes.
There must be a reason why you have a psychologist.
Yes.
And you have a gynecologist
Yes.
almost every year.
The lady's favorite gynecologist.
Yes, that's Dr. Michael Abrahams. I don't think he knows him as a doctor. You know, he's totally a creative person, artist.
Yes.
We go to the phone lines to Dr. Michael Abrahams. Dr. Michael Abrahams, good morning, sir.
Yeah, man, morning. Thanks for having me.
You see, me tell us I don't know, say my doctor.
I don't know him, no.
You
I
know?
give them the linguistic prescription.
Me don't know. I don't know.
I like that one, the linguistic prescription. I love it. I use it
So look here, when you sell that one, remember my royalty, linguistic prescription.
Oh, you wicked.
I want to just say something publicly now.
Yes.
And to just express my gratitude to Yassos for almost single-handedly just, working on bringing poetry to the people in this country.
Wow.
We spend so much time digging up, music and other forms of entertainment and information, but there is so much poetry out there, and Yassos has been working like continuously to bring it to the people. I just want to tell him thanks and to everybody listening understand what this man has been doing for poetry in this country.
And I'm quite sure that our listeners endorsed that and endorsed right here too from Ira, from myself. Michael, I know you're going to be performing on the day, and performing poetry on the day. So can you?
Why you laugh when it's a performance?
No, because she knows you're going to prescribe gynecological linguistic poetry prescriction.
Right. Oh goodness,
It's not that kind of forum.
Right. I really am looking forward to your performance. I saw you at the year before last, or was it last year?
No,
year before
last, yeah.
Right, at Poetry in Motion, and boy, all know we're still laughing. But because you're also a comedian, and I think you just have to own that, don't it?
Boy, I guess saying I'm many things, I guess. You just have to own everything.
Well, look here, Michael, we saw on today a Christian evangelist in Bahamas said they are all getting crazy in Bahamas in the church about the poem, about your poem that say they must feel up them breasts to make sure say them not have cancer or check with them.
Oh, really?
Did you see that?
Why should that be a church issue? I don't understand. Why?
No, she says our church, everybody in the church are getting a spirit with the poem there.
Oh, they like it?
Not like it, love it.
Okay.
You didn't see that? I must tag you in it. It's on all over social media.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I feel very strongly about that, about what you call edutainment.
Yes.
It's a concept you embrace as well.
Definitely 25 years ago, close to 30 years ago, we brought that into the space and internationally.
Sometimes you want to bring a point across and you have to find creative ways of doing it, because if you just give it like a lecture, people will log off. But if you do it
That's
in
true.
a poetic fashion, you get their attention.
Yeah, that's true. And as a program director here at RFM, I've said to many people and anybody who would listen that you managed to have had the #1 song recently.
Chick V.
So you're an artist too. And even though I don't know if it's yeah, that was the #1 song.
Right, I love it.
Look at people are man are telling me say make sure you do the hit song Chick V. And then now, especially the Christian people say make sure you do the poem about feel up them breasts.
Anything they want, I want to reach everybody.
Anything they want.
Yeah, I like the way he said I want to reach everybody.
Yeah. No man, I'm embracing the Christian love. Big up my Christian brethren and sisters.
Can I say this? We introduced Michael Abrahams in 2008. I think it was. Michael, you remember that?
Yo, that's a long time ago.
At was it White Bones Cafe?
Red Bones. I remember I used to have things all over the place because
so that was one.
And me to things at Red Bones. There was something at UTech.
Yeah, and we
St. Elizabeth, Mandeville.
Exactly.
Yes, you have a long history,
Yeah, and I'm saying that
don't make it too long because we're out of time.
Yeah, and we're saying that because we just want to acknowledge and celebrate the growth.
Yeah, you've been doing this for a long time, and I mean, I really have to thank you again for helping to expose it to the public.
And we want to thank you for the good work what you're doing with poetry and bringing it into different spaces at different levels is a joy.
And you catch me at the right time now because I was kind of dormant for a while, but the creative thing started up again.
All right, talk about the creative thing, Michael. Can you at least give us one poem? Yeah. We wanted two, but we can facilitate one, and we really want it. So if you're prepared to, we'll take it now.
Give them a glimpse into what they can expect at Poetry in Motion.
All right. I'll give some entertainment, something I've never done publicly before.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something it's combining my official job as a gynecologist with the poetry thing because I feel passionate about women's health, especially the pap smear, because cancer of the cervix is something that is easily preventable. So I'm going to do something to encouragement to the pop smear.
Yes.
All right. It's a one called, have no fear, dear pop smear. All right. The following is a public service announcement. Ladies, have no fear, dear pop smear. For you don't want to cross is take you down there. Now, the way this test is set up and designed is to pick up early warning signs before any cancer starts to appear. And if you get treatment, then you can clear. But some of us tush or have 100 degrees, and you think it's only kettle we get the disease. But no make nobody tell you no foolishness. From you have a cervix, then you're at risk. Yeah, it can be a challenge to prevent cancer. But for the cervix, we have the answer. For a long time now, pap smear upon the scene, and the world of HPV test and vaccine. So many ways to prevent the disorder. And even if you have it on the border, it can be treated and eradicated before it spread and get complicated. But some man say they don't have time for that and joke it out like idiot and make all kind of excuse why them not do it. But them time figure a hairdresser and nail tech and go buy pretty boots figure put on them feet. It's a crying shame. So lamentable to get a disease that's easily preventable. Don't be afraid. Don't be paranoid. This is a cancer you can avoid. Prevention better than cure for sure. So find yourself at the clinic or your doctor door of cancer of the cervix. You must beware. Don't be a slacker. Do your pap smear.
Oh,
that was a public service announcement.
Yes, and a very good public service announcement. Thank you so thank you so much for that. All right.
Big up all you ladies, big up on yourself.
Yeah, and as you said, yes, as this is just a little bit of what we can expect at Poetry in Motion.
Yes,
and thank you so much, Michael. Really appreciate it, and we'll see you on the 23rd.
Thanks for the platform. Enough gratitude. Gratitude is a must.
Give thanks. Copy.
All right, cool.
All right, well, good. All right, so Dr. Michael Abrahams there, he'll be at Poetry in Motion on Sunday, the 23rd of February at Manchester Golf Club in Mandeville.
So, Kabu, you realize why he's the favorite ladies gynecologist?
Yes.
Could I say just the favorite gynecologist?
You see,
but
because
the ladies, them.
You're right, because that's what it is.
And
at
sometimes
the end of the day.
them not so love the gynecologist, so it's the ladies' favorite gynecologist.
Mm-hmm.
And you can
Well, if you put the ladies first, you're cool. It's good. I mean, really, really brilliant. I love listening to Dr. Michael Barnett. Sorry, Dr. Michael Abrams. Do you know that when I introduced him last time, I called him Michael Barnett, and it's Clinton Houghton. Clinton Houghton. I saw Clinton Houghton standing by the podium, and I'm saying, Dr. Houghton, he wants to say something to me, but I'm talking.
Yeah.
And then he's, and long after him, this is what he wants. You said Michael Barnett.
And you do it again.
I'm gonna do it again.
Oh, God.
Because I'm always Michael Barnett is always in this space, and I'm always talking
That's
to
the
him.
one and only
Right, so-
Dr. Michael Abrahams.
Right.
The ladies' favorite gynecologist. He's a comedian and poet of no mean order. Always looking out for the ladies, articulating in poetic and comedic things. Very important messages as to how you can prevent some of the diseases and the problems by being proactive and do your thing in a responsible way. And so that's what we are about at Poetry in Motion. Clean, intelligent, fun, responsible
On the 23rd.
entertainment.
Right
for
down the
entire
date.
family.
The
and
23rd.
the entire community.
This is always saying goodbye for today. Thank you so much, DJ Teddy. Touch the microphone and say hello, Teddy. How you doing?
Hello, world.
There you go. How was it, Teddy? How was it?
Wow.
There
It
you
was
go.
Excellent.
There you go.
Play.
And you're coming back later.
Yes, I will be back later.
Right. Well, have a good one.
Yes.
We're heading out now to the Institute of Jamaica for groundation, and then from there to the National Stadium for the unveiling of the Asafa Powell statue. We're making way for the big age. Just thank you so much to all my guests who came in today. To Jessica Mbangini, thank you so much. To our sister Yasmin, thank you so much, my sister, both from South Africa. Tao, who's down there in Durban, thank you so much, my brother. Also, we just spoke on the phone lines to Herbie Miller and to Dr. Michael Abrahams. My name is Kabu. Thank you so much, Yasa Safari.
You're most welcome. Thank you as well. Thank to the RFM family running Africa, the Africa Forum globally.
We're making way for thank you so much, Kimar, our cameraman, DJ. We're going to do this again soon, Kimar. the picture's crisp and clear and all of that. All right. As we make way now for the big A inside of the Sunday Sunshine. Thank you for listening. Thank you on the social media. Thank you, thank you. See you next week. What good. Got on clear. Wait for big A now.
The CV Joint Depot